Hello, everybody. Aubrey here for just a quick little message before we get into this week's episode. Over the past couple of weeks, you may have noticed that we've added our voices to the Paizo accountability hashtag and have been trying to lift up any other voices in the community along with many who work at the company. It's been a very trying couple of weeks for everybody as we try to figure out where things go from here. But now, we do have an answer. Hashtag unionize Paizo, and we stand behind it fully. We here at G&G love Pathfinder and the people who have helped make it the game it is today. So we want to support them as they form the very first union in the TTRPG industry. We stand behind their calls for better working conditions and better pay, along with accountabilities for those higher up, making sure that what has led to these circumstances can't happen again. We want to see this company become one that we can all point to and say that it can get better, that we can turn things around. So how can you help, you may ask? Well, just tweeting in support of Unionized Paizo is a great start. Keep it trending and keep the conversation going. Also check out their card and other ways of supporting them along with buying our merch, and any of those links will be in our episode's descriptions down below. We'll see you all next time. I hope you enjoy the episode.
Aki here. This episode contains themes of trauma dumping. Viewer discretion is advised. And please, take care of yourselves.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblets and Gays. This is Season 3, Episode 3. I am Aubrey, I am your GM. I will turn it over to my players to introduce themselves and who they are playing. And we have a special guest tonight. We'll get to that in just a moment. Aki, let's start with you.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Astraea, your local triple princess bard, currently locked up in a tower filled with spite, trauma, and dragons. I also play Hava, her grumpy dad. Da-da-da. That's it.
Yep, Paris, you're next.
Hello, I am Ferris. I use she, her pronouns. I'm Dumisa, the half hobgoblin barbarian and champion of the night, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Sparlock, you're up next.
Hello, I'm Sparlock. I play Groon, our local fire oracle. I use he, him pronouns, and Groon uses she, her pronouns.
Tick, you're up next.
Alright, hello everyone, I am Tick, I use he, she, they pronouns, and I am playing Mero, who uses they, them pronouns. A monk born and raised in the underworld that now has so much fucking family trauma, I'm not gonna go over it in this bit.
Yep. You know, also recently returned to life.
Recently fucking died, I remember that.
Yep. And Trulia.
Hi, I'm Trula. My pronouns are she, her. I play our lovely Dustwalker witch, Ileana, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Yep. And would our lovely guests like to introduce themselves? You may recognize them.
Hello. It's me again. My name is C. I use they, them pronouns. I am a dancer, digital artist, tabletop streamer. You can find me most days on Transplanar RPG. Check that out if you're interested in an all trans POC led tabletop game, which I am in. And you will know me as the captain who uses they, he, she pronouns. I have returned, baby. I have returned.
And we're so happy to have you back.
Thank you. I'm going to make it everyone's problem now.
Oh no.
Is that a promise?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And yes, while I have everyone's attention before we get into the episode, I am just going to once again mention our Patreon, which you can subscribe. We have recently switched over to a new pay what you want $5 minimum system that pretty much is pay us however much you think it's worth. But you'll get access to everything we make, so therefore nothing is gated off between tiers, so you don't feel like if you can only afford a little bit that you're not missing out on anything. by the time this episode is out, our very first Patreon exclusive campaign will be in the middle of airing. It is a 4-episode mini Lancer campaign called Nowhere. There's an upcoming honey heist and various other really cool things that'll be there. So you definitely want to, get in on that. It's gonna be good. And also definitely check out our sponsored episode with Smudgy Games. I believe we are going to be in the last week or so of the Kickstarter, and let's help that game get backed, and because it's really cool. We played it; it was a lot of fun. Yes. Does anyone else have anything they would like to plug before we get into our recap?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
God, I don't know.
Stay in drugs, do school.
Hell yeah.
Yep. What happened last time?
So, what happened last time on Goblets and Gays? Episode 2. We flashed back to Astraea, stuck in a castle for a while, and she's kind of just looking around through stuff. Unfortunately, Talon sucks, and he's keeping her under a bit of a watchful gaze, but she does manage to find a skull. How lucky. I'm actually jealous. I like skulls. But, Astraea manages to find a skull, and it seems to have something or someone inside of it. So after a lot of, flash 1's for yes, flash 2 for no, realizing, oh wait, I have joint pass, I can use that, and going into this skull's brain, we get the realization that, oh fuck, it's Talon 2 Electric Boogaloo, but like the real one this time. He gives us a bit of wonderful exposition about how what's currently in Talon's body is not quite him, question mark, exclamation point, unfortunately. Get a little bit of a bonding moment. Astraea gets a hug. We also get... Let me think. There was a lot of important stuff in that conversation. My brain's farting. Aki, can you please help me out on this one part?
He's the real Talon. The current Talon that has the body is a fake Talon, specifically a dragon Talon. Just soul swapped, really. All the bad stuff he did. Real Talon is unfortunately aware of all the bad stuff. Real Talon is real fucking depressed. And there are wards set up around the castle that can be found where heavy minerals are. And Astraea's like, bet, okay, breakout, maybe, when, we don't know. And Talon doesn't like to take care of his things. Dragon Talon doesn't like to take care of his things. So Astraea's like, bet, okay, I'll spend more time with real dad. And that was it.
Yes, that was a beautiful discussion. Thank you. Astraea also did a little bit of probing into some books, if I recall it correctly. It was like, hey, Arad, if my dad comes down the hall, can you like alert me with a loud noise? And she was like, yep. And Astraea managed to do a little bit of probing into a book before a loud noise came from the hallway, presumably from Arad. And she was like, oh shit, time to rip a page out of a book. I'm so sorry, book. Stole a page of the book as Not Talon kind of came in. We're calling him Not Talon from now on. As Not Talon came into the room like, what's up? I heard you are reading, my daughter. How are books doing today? She was like, booky. Had a little bit of a discussion, managed to dip and decipher what she ripped out of the book in peace, which was a summoning ritual of some sort. Very interesting. She currently plans to go explore the rest of the tower when she is able to get the time to. And that is when we're going to clip to the group's mistakes. And by mistakes, I mean we kind of just dicked around for an episode. We looted a town that was already kind of very murdered by shadows and stuff and zombies. So it's not looting if they're already dead.
All right, murder hobos, get in line.
We did. Shut up, see. We didn't do any killing this time.
You killed all the shadows. That killed everybody.
Yeah, that's like that means it maths itself out. That means we didn't kill anyone. It's math. I'm a math gay, trust me on this one. But we managed to dispatch of the shadows, go through some of the belongings, and decided that, hey, we have a lot of refugees that need a place to stay. We can put a lot of them that can't travel here. That was Kyrie's decision, of course, but we were thinking it too. We have a brain cell that we share somewhat. Demisa and Mare had a nice talk, kind of figuring out where Astraea was, aka capital of Lagos. And then we kind of just split off. Mero chugged an entire bottle of wine immediately after using a brain cell. Like, I regret this. Dumisa was like, all right, have fun then. We had a bit of a Fey lore dump when Mero decided to bother Kyria and being like, hey, so, like, stuff, huh? It's a tree. There's a world tree. It has leaves, right? And she was like, yep. You want anything else? And they're like, yeah, to bother you. But after that, at the same time, Dumisa was painstakingly describing the captain's rippling features to Theseus. So he could try and
really?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and with the drawing and exquisite detail. Basically, like, hey Theseus, this is the person you need to contact so we can, borrow their boat so we can go to Vlogos because there's a river just goes straight to it. And Theseus is like, okay, yeah, that's fair, I'll do that. Apparently, it could have worked. I'm not sure yet, but Leon and Eric also had a discussion about, getting out of everywhere safely. Eric gave a nice little gift. Mostly, hey, Eric, please don't. You're still injured. It might not be best for you to come along, so you're going to sit this one out. And he's like, yeah, that's fair. A little bit of couples bantering, don't worry about it. It's cool. Barstring got put on watch the drunk duty, which I think was the best decision of anyone's life because immediately Mero decided to talk to a cat, took it to a river to try and find fish, and they had a deep discussion about morals. And apparently, this cat wanted to know who the best lay was of Mero's life, and I guess that cat got an answer, which I did not expect to have to answer in a discussion, I'll be honest. But so we all had a nice talk, discussion, and rest at night. One more thing that happened that was super important is Dumisa. Dumisa decided to make a decision. She decided that she wasn't quite strong enough to do what she wanted to do, at least on her own. So she went to Kyria, the god of the night, and pledged herself to her to gain the power of a champion. And now she is a champion of the night. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It was very simple. Yes. So now we all have our supplies. We have 6 horses, which Aubrey is going to have to tear from my cold dead grip. And we are now heading to the seaside town to see if we can somehow send the captain signal into the sky, Batman style, to summon them to pick us up. Like we need to pick up from a fast food restaurant.
Like I'm an Uber.
Beep beep, your Uber has
Am I
arrived.
like an Uber to you?
Yes, you do actually.
I'm just going to say tonight's Oracle cards were very, very interesting for the group.
Mm-hmm. So we are now arriving in a port town, but we are probably going to flash back to Astraea's meddling now.
We're gonna flash somewhere. Maybe not to Astraea just yet. We'll find ourselves out at sea. On a boat. On a very familiar boat. Captain, you would be doing whatever you would do during the day, just you're traveling somewhere. Everybody's at their post. And, well, actually, it's not during the day, because you said all of this at night. So, yes, this is actually probably late evening, going into night. You just get a message from a voice you've never heard before. It's a sending message, and it goes, Captain, this is Dutesh. Astraea is in peril. I must return to Vlagos immediately. Presently in Osheim, working towards Sager. Meet us there. We need you.
Oh, fuck. And the captain stands, and the green lady turns towards Sager.
Yeah. And we will jump over to the group now. You are all in Sager. It is a small harbor town. You've pretty much been traveling these past few days. If there's anything you want to have done in these last few days, let me know.
Can I pet the horse?
That's on all the herbs.
Yeah. You can pet the horse, you can stock up on herbs. Yeah. But yes, it'll probably be early-ish morning when you finally arrive in Sager. The ships, all the fishing boats and everything are getting ready to head out. The city is waking up and, the market and all of that. So also, if you have anything you need to pick up, now is definitely the time.
We might need rations. I think we have enough
food from the
rations.
town.
Yeah.
We got food from town. Yeah.
You got food from the town.
I can leave anything I need. the town did not provide.
Yeah, like we have a lot of stuff that we would need at the moment, and a lot of money, which I don't think we need to really buy anything at this second. Like we have supplies.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
As Hava.
Yeah.
My husband's with me, right?
Yeah, if you wanted him to come with you.
Yeah, definitely. Last time I
Yeah.
let my family separate, one of them got kidnapped.
This is
So,
We were all together at the time.
yeah. So, if hubby's there, then I just make sure that he has his shit because he's also a herbalist. He does his other stuff. I'm not sure necessarily what he would need. And if at all possible, I would like to buy him a gnome-sized knife.
Yeah, like a butter knife.
No, like a real knife.
A good knife?
like a
Stab knife?
stabbing, yeah, meant for stabbing, definitely not child friendly, definitely one of those ones, and just in case we're apparently going to be going on a boat filled with pirates. Ooh.
Yeah.
So he needs a knife.
And you were also been joined by Kratos and Serena. So there's going to be a lot of you going on this boat.
Does Serena also want a knife?
Serena has a knife.
I'm proud of her.
I think we are level 8, which means that if we haven't already, we should be able to get the resilient rune etched into our armor.
How much does that cost?
That is 340 gold.
We do not have that much gold.
We don't have that much money. Astraea had all of our money.
Okay, I thought you said we had a bunch of gold.
We have in terms of group funds, we have 100 gold pieces, 500 silver, and 300 copper.
You also have a bunch of things you could sell.
We could sell stuff, yes, but I'm emotionally attached to the items that I have at the moment.
I was gonna say, I hope it's not the ones that are in the party funds. I have them.
Yep.
Anything worthwhile to sell?
I have a question. If we're in a port city, is it possible that I still have good connections with the cult?
Yeah, possible. I mean, you haven't done anything to displease them.
My point is that as a favor with the cult, we could, in theory, find someone who would carve the rune in for us and not charge us that much. As like a favor.
Yeah. It definitely, if you want to attempt something like that, it is going to be a rather high check. Because also you haven't done anything against them, but you also haven't done anything for them in a while.
I died for the cult!
You did, but also that has been a while.
Oh my god.
Cults very much are operating on the, what have you done for me recently kind of thing. But, if you want to attempt that, you can roll your cult lore and see if you would know anybody here.
There's only forever so many D20s in my collection.
Dice ASMR.
Dicey ASMR.
Sorry. Okay, I think that's all of them. Let me find out which one's going to be nice tonight. You're going to be the favorite children. Okay. So am I just going with my normal cult lore or Mad King?
Mad King cult lore.
Okay. Too bad we don't have our frickin' bard.
Don't you wish? No, it's not even that. I'd be like, can I roll grandpa lore? Can I... That's such a weird thing to have, though. Can you imagine? Which war was my grandpa in? Where'd he immigrate from? Just all of that knowledge and stuff. Is he like...
That's gonna be a 30.
A 30. Let me check something real quick.
Also, if we do get this rune, who are we going to give it to?
Yes, I will say you do have there is somebody here you can exchange a favor for, but it will only be for one of the runes. It's simply because it is 300 gold. So it is a little bit of money. And you can get it essentially it is a favor, and it will put a little bit more in debt with the cult. So they may sooner rather than later come asking of something.
Worth it, who wants the rune? Who do we think in the group needs the rune more?
What does it do?
It is resilient. It gives you a +1 to all of your saving throws.
Which one of us throws the most saving throws? That's true.
Looks at Marrow.
I'm just gonna come for my life like this.
Well, actually, we would, but that already happened because you failed a saving throw.
I'll kick your ass.
Oh shit!
That was not the modifier. That was the dice.
That burn!
I will say, I do have the highest saving throw modifiers out of all of you fuckers. So, like,
So unfortunate. That just makes this worse.
Yeah, I was like, but if you roll a 5 again.
yeah, I don't think
Time
I'm
we would
supposed
do
to
a 6.
help me. Also,
Probably a squishy person is my thought.
I'll be honest. I don't want to be indebted to it to get a rune.
You're not gonna be the one indebted.
You're in this group, and with all due respect, it's going to drag on. I'm not getting involved in cult shit.
Maybe we can just like send Rin to be like, oh, it's settled, it's fine. Since we know him personally.
It's an option.
It is an option. It's better than being in debt to a group of people that apparently you're not supposed to have a connection to, but I'd say we avoid the influence of literal cults at the moment for favors. I don't want to be involved with that. I don't actually think there's anything I'd like to get, so I'm going to try and find our Uber.
I would have to wait on the docks.
I'm going to... Wait, can I give Dumisa the gold in case like she wants to get something? Because I feel like I have it at the moment.
I'm not buying anything, but sure, I'll take the money.
Yeah, hold on to it for now. If you'd like to do any shopping, take Rune to get a lollipop or something. I'm gonna go find a boat. I'm taking the horse with me.
Want sweets?
I feel well, I like these clothes, but it's I don't feel as safe as
armor?
I used to.
You want armor?
Do
We can get you armor.
Could you show me like how to use it?
Yeah, I got you. Might even be a feat I have, to be honest.
So out of character, Grun wants to pick up studded leather armor, which is 3 GP, and transfer the +1 rune
Which
to
takes
it.
what, like 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a crafting check, so we might need to get someone to do it.
I mean, Eliana has crafting and a high intelligence, so that's a chance. Yeah, I think it is a crafting check. But the DC I don't think is incredibly high. Transferring runes. Yeah. Transfer the DC of the crafting check to transfer the rune is determined by the item level of the rune being transferred.
And I think it's level 5 for the +1 armor.
Yeah. So it would be I think it's probably just a level 5 basic check. Which is honestly, so I mean, if you want to go to Ileana, she could probably do it.
Yeah, so pick up the armor and try
Serena.
transfer and maybe try to ditch the the clothing is nice. Who knows what I'll need more clothes. You can never have too many clothes.
Very true.
That's thinking like Astraea. Good job.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm small and weak, so it looks ridiculously oversized, but it's still just as effective.
Yeah, you got like halfling size because I don't usually make goblin size, so it's like a little bit baggy on you.
And like I don't have the strength to do it without the penalty, so I'm like kind of struggling a little bit, but feel much safer.
Yeah.
Aubrey. Is it possible for us to convert our money into just all gold coins somewhere in this town?
Yeah, you could. I will let you know that the main currency that a lot of things run on is silver.
Okay, then maybe convert all of the copper into still gold as is.
Okay.
Thank you for doing math, Ferris.
It's me that way. That's a lie.
I'm
Totally
so
always
proud
is.
of you.
10 more silver.
Cool.
I can convert it all into silver, I guess.
No, that would be a bit much. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
if we split it all up, we'll get like it's easy divided by 5, not divided by 4. So I'm dividing it by 5 and giving some to Hava. About 100 silver, 20 gold, and whatever the copper is. We can divide this later.
Yeah, we can do it in off times. I will help Grun with the whole armor thing, and then I'll take Grun down to the docks.
Yeah.
And while we wait for our ship to come in, I will kind of at least teach her a little bit how to walk in armor.
Yeah. You remember your days teaching people how to fight in armor, walk in armor, all that stuff, put on armor quickly.
Yeah, we'll have like a tiny spar session.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'll probably be like on my knees so that she can like punch my hands.
This is how you throw a punch, Grun. Got to make sure your thumb is in there, or else you're gonna break it.
Thumb on top.
I'm on top.
Hit
or
them.
else you're gonna break it.
Hit them in the solar plexus, okay? Or hit
Isn't
them
it
with the elbow. Or
is it
you've
1
got sharp
plus
teeth.
your strength modifier in Pathfinder?
Unarmed attacks are finesse. You can use strength.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so I
you
actually
can't
can
use
punch.
Dex for damage, but you can use Dex to hit.
Yeah, you can use it to hit, but not for damage.
Oh, so I do 0.
You're like, eh.
So if they try to grab you, what you're going to do is you want to bite their hand because you get those sharp goblin teeth. Yeah, and then you turn around and you bite their carotid. There you win. And then you can set them on fire afterwards.
Yeah, so I try punching you. I do -2 damage, apparently.
Oh!
No!
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Grun forgets it's a punch, accidentally heals a little bit. Good
I'm
job.
still marked as enfeebled. That
Wow.
shouldn't
Okay.
Oh yeah, I still have 68 hit points. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh fuck, man! Don't do that to me. Don't do that. -2. I'm like, did you break your hand too? Are you the new hero?
It's like, how's that possible? -2 damage?
That's healing. That's how math works.
Yeah, no. That's the thing. If
-2 plus, that's gonna be positive.
It's still 0 damage without the enfeebled, though.
Wait, no, hear me out. We make Grun enfeebled, and then she just spam punches us all, and it heals us to max without using any reason. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I would like to be petting the horse. I care about this horse more than I do my friends right now.
Ouch. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, you're not going to just take that on the ship.
That's a problem for Marrow to have to live with.
Because these need to go back to Blackstone. Because they're all their farm horses.
There's no one there.
There's one horse.
Just
there's-
more than
there's-
6 horses. It's a big
No,
town.
that was literally all the horses.
We can't keep one
'Cause
horse.
The only horses existed on the farms, and they need those because the harvest is coming.
Aubrey, who is telling me that I have to bring my one horse back?
Literally everybody that was in town.
But who is telling me right now?
Me.
I'm going to angrily stare at the sky and at this new godly entity, and I'm going to be like, well, I don't like it, but I have no choice but to agree. But I'm going to be angry about it the whole time.
Because one of the people from Blackstone itself would have come with you so they could take the horses.
I'm glaring daggers at that person.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Stare off longingly across the horizon.
Yay!
Bother Theseus, like, did you send it? What did they say? Did they answer?
Theseus isn't here though.
Oh, Theseus didn't come?
Yeah. Because he is heading towards Asheim with Kyria and Atalanta to try and book passage to the World Tree.
I will be skipping stones. Maybe Grun wants to learn how to skip stones across the ocean. It's really hard because it's the ocean.
Yeah. No one has anything they want to do. We'll move later in the day. It's probably late afternoon at this point when a familiar ship can be seen off in the distance.
I guess this is goodbye, pumpkin. I'll give the horse one more.
I will remind you I've been telling you this for 2 weeks now.
I know, but in character, I've got to play out the part.
So yeah, and the person that is hacked to Blackstone will gather all the horses and everything and pretty much hitch them all to a wagon and then Because they also were not incredibly comfortable to ride because none of them had actually been trained to be ridden because they've been farm horses their entire life. And all
that
they did
makes
was
them extra good that they tolerated that without being broken.
Goodbye, pumpkin. You will be missed.
Yeah.
A single tear.
Yeah. They head on back, and eventually a very, very familiar ship pulls into harbor.
Oi! Yell.
And a familiar face peeks over the top of the prow. What's it called that comes off the front of a ship, that pointy thing? I did so much research before this. The prow. Of course, they're standing on it, right? As they come into harbor, like one hand on the rope, right? And it's the captain, as they always were and always have been. A person who has slightly pointed ears, palish skin, I think, tanned from the sun, but still pale. An eye patch over one eye, the other of which is bright, sparkling blue, and this mess of long white hair that even now is like still shifting with an invisible wind, so to speak. This long blue captain's coat and fine pirate happenings underneath. Very low cut tunic, because of reasons. To show off their top surgery scars, obviously. And they look down at the party on the dock, the horses. And I think even from the distance of like being up on the ship and coming into harbor, you could see their head kind of like tilt as they take all of you in. And then they disappear from the prow, presumably to help the ship come in as the sails kind of unfurl and come to landing.
You also would have noticed among the party there are two other people. One of them is a woman with blonde hair who looks very familiar, but like off the top of your head, you can't her. And then sitting next to her, like holding her hand, is a man who very much looks like Astraea. You see family resemblance, and I imagine Astraea might have told you that she has family, and then something about an older brother.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And then there's also a very angry elf and
an elephant?
A very angry elf and a gnome.
Oh, okay. It cut off for me, and I heard elfin, and I'm like, elephant? You fucker! You.
I was like, what?
No.
I heard that too.
Yep. But very soon after the ship kind of comes into landing, a gangplank comes down, and you can see some of the other pirates. Two-Leg, Freebooter, Salty, Sparrow, and Devil Smile kind of bring... Two of them, I guess, would bring the gangplank down. Just to where the party is docked to allow them up onto the ship.
Beep, beep, your taxi has arrived. I'm not going to say it, but I'm thinking it. Mara will gesture for all of you to get on first, like ladies first.
Teresa will climb aboard and greet the captain and just say, I think coming so quickly.
Tesh, step aside for a minute, will you?
Fair enough.
It's the captain.
Is Grun the next on? I need to do this in order. I need to greet all of you, I swear. Tell me who's next.
I think Grun, if anything, Grun is slightly attached.
Demisa on Demisa's
I'm
shoulders.
Grun's probably on my shoulders. That's her usual spot.
Oh my god. Okay, so if Grun is on your shoulders, then the captain looks from who they still think is Tesh. They look from Tesh's face up to Grun,
who's just smiling.
Narrows. Not her.
What?
Grun?
I know what you did to my ship, Grun.
All right. Oh,
Grun.
I didn't burn anything. Like, she
Then why
doesn't
did
think
I find a burn mark in the underbelly of the hold with your name carved in fire? You don't call that a burn.
it's not fire.
Deck duty for the entire week of travel. Get on.
Groon, that's why I gave you the stamp.
What's deck duty?
Means you're gonna have to work.
Work?
Listen, I will be mean to baby. Baby set my ship on fire. I don't give a fuck. Ship is my baby. Who's next?
I don't know. Who wants to be next?
Not me. I'm going on last.
You are?
Everybody suddenly doesn't want to be next.
Right? It's like, oh no, we're in trouble.
I'm herding people onto the boat, and I'm like, don't worry, it's not cursed. It is cursed, but it's not going to sink. You'll be fine. Yada yada yada.
I'll fucking go next.
Yeah.
I'll go next as Hava.
Mhm.
I probably have the hubby real close by because he's small. But I
Small.
go up,
Mhm.
and for you, Captain, you will see a very tall, ripped elf. In the best way to put it is black leather studded armor, and their hair is like it's like a black white ombre. And the only bit of color that they have to them is like two little earrings, and like one's a little like a very pale pink, and the other one's very pale blue, and they are armed to the teeth, and they will look at you, and they tower over you. For the record, they're much bigger than you, and they will just look away afterwards.
Then
The captain.
the gnome will speak up and just be like, "Oh, I apologize for Hava. He is as how you would put it, prudy. But I love him."
Hava and you are.
The Calyx.
Pleasure to meet you both. Welcome aboard the Green Lady.
Oh, it's a lovely boat.
I hope it's suitable to your tastes.
I'm pretty sure that we can get comfortable. Come on, let's move so others can get on. Who would like to go on next?
It's only me and the NPCs. And I said I'm going on last. So
Ileana hasn't gone yet, has she?
Ileana has not got on the ship yet.
Fuck. And neither of the NPCs are Ileana because I am very much sticking at the back.
Ileana will slowly make her way up.
The captain greets you, I think, slightly more kindly than they did Dumisa and Groon. And they incline their head a little bit. Nice haircut.
Thanks.
And then the cat on the shoulder speaks and goes, "Hi again."
At that, the captain startles a little bit. Like, they don't jump necessarily, but they do kind of like their face twitches, which I think is the most that you could possibly ask for the captain in this scenario, you know? And they like, you too, talking cat. Okay, gonna just remember that, I guess. Okay. Welcome aboard the Green Lady.
And I guess after Ileana come Kratos and Serena.
Am I able to place Serena?
Give me a quick perception check.
Great. I'm going to learn how to do that really fast again in Pathfinder with this system.
It's D20 plus
Here we
your
go.
perception score.
Okay, let's do it. Where am I? Perception, please. Why can't I read?
Is
it
it
not
not
in
in
the
the
your-
proficiencies?
No. It's on your main
Oh, no.
sheet. So when you go to the first one, so it's
It'll be on
character.
I see.
Yeah.
Here we are. There
Yep.
we go. Roll. Oh, shit. Oh, that's fine. Plus 11. 17.
17. Yeah, I will say that you're relatively sure this is who you think it is.
You seem to have all picked up quite a few stragglers. And they look at the two strangers, sort of strangers. Pleasure to see you again,
She offers her name.
Serena. Glad to see it. Welcome aboard the Green Lady. And you are?
And he'll extend his hand and just be like, Kratos, Astraea sold her brother. That feels weird to say.
You don't have to be anything other than what you are here. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kratos. Please.
He's big.
The more
and
hands,
buff.
the better. The captain takes his hand and shakes it.
Yeah.
But allows him onto the boat. And finally, I think they actually step forward toward the gangplank since they know that they're missing one.
Oh yeah, I guess I do have to come up onto the boat. I'm gonna give one more look back to the horses I leave behind, a morning glance, and I will head onto the boat to see the captain again. And they look quite different, not just an outfit, but there's a new streak in their hair, a look of dead inside in their eyes, like their whole color scheme seemed to almost drain a little bit itself. They're just gonna look at you and just kind of nod.
Marrow, you look different.
Yeah, I do. Nice to see you again. I'm gonna go. I'm done.
They look after you for a moment, and they call over their shoulder. Lila said that things have been changing, but different to see it in person. Welcome aboard again.
Wait, how do you two know each other? Actually, I don't care right now. Thanks. I'm gonna dip.
Just right below ship, eh?
Mm-hmm. Scurry into one of the rooms downstairs, away from you fuckers.
Okay. Yeah, you were all on the ship.
The captain. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying I was just about to turn it over to you and say if it is all up to the captain what they do next.
Great. Will you remind me, because I'm horrible at geography, where are we going? Where are we trying to make port?
You are going to be headed to the capital city of Vlagos, which is Vlagos.
Excellent.
Right there.
The captain will. I see it.
You are
Perfect.
You are right about there right now, where I have just pinged.
Okay. The captain, who I think also looks a little different now that you're a little bit closer. The hair on their head and face looks almost frayed. Like the tips are almost blackened. And there are really dark circles under, well, I guess one circle under their eye. And they just kind of exude exhaustion. And they take one strong step forward and they start barking orders like, raise sails, pull out now. As the rest of the crew, I think, gets moving real fast. Set course for Vlagos. Pull up. Sails. We're making good time. Follow the wind. Nautical terms and all that.
Yeah.
Raise the sails, my good bitches. Raise them.
Yeah, they do. They are ready. This is a well-oiled team you have, and before you know it, you were at dock for maybe 10 minutes, and you are already gone, heading out.
Oh yeah, it's real quick. And as they're barking orders around, they kind of pause in that, and they look at Dumisatesh, who they still don't exactly know. Come with me.
Yes, Captain.
And you, and they point to Groon on her shoulder. Start by mopping the deck.
I will put Groon down. Don't burn anything else.
I'm not sure if those sound effects came through.
They did.
Oh, they did. It was good.
Groon will head off in search of a mop.
I'm sorry. It's bully Groon hours, I guess.
Poor Groon. Groon's been
No
for hard
sympathy.
things.
The captain leads you, Tesh, to kind of a secluded corner of the boat, away from the rest of the party who are maybe still getting their bearings as sailors are moving past them with immense speed. As the songs go up, as the winds kind of rush out to take all of them out to sea, and the captain turns that steely fucking gaze on you. What happened?
That is the short version. Astraea found her real family. Well, not her family, but her birth family. Kind of gods, most of them. then her father, the non-god, came to collect active logos. We presume. I have all signs pointing. And I know the man, so
I gave you one job, Tesh. One job.
it's Denisa now.
Dumisa, I can see that you've changed. All of you have. But I gave you one job.
I'm aware.
And they fix you with this kind of like steel, like this hard gaze. And it just really is like, I don't know. I don't think I can call for rolls, but you could probably roll insight if you wanted to.
Can I? I want to.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh my gosh, my dice might like me today? Maybe? Question mark? It's too soon
The
to
dice
say.
are gay.
The dice, they've never been gay before. It's about time.
Make the dice gay. Make the dice gay.
Make the dice gay.
32? 32.
32?
That seems like a big number to me who plays D&D 5e. Holy shit.
It is a big
Yeah.
number, even for Pathfinder.
For now.
Yeah, I mean, this is starting to become normal numbers.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I can't roll better than this though, okay?
So yeah, I mean, I would say, like, what exactly might they see with this? I would consider this a success.
Great. I can take that and run with it.
Yeah.
Demisa, as you look at the captain, you get the sense. I mean, yes, they are upset that Astraea has disappeared and has been abducted, but there's a lot of other shit on their plate. And as you look at them, you start to realize that he looks truly exhausted, like run ragged, and these like black tips on the end of their hair are like charred hair. And even the way that like their hair used to move like beautifully in the breeze as though it was always being tossed by this like stormy dance. But now it seems like violent and vicious. And the way that they move is like they're constantly being like shocked in just the tiniest way. And they just look so ragged and so tired. And that this problem with Astraea, this rescue mission is like, they are barely holding it together, really. Like that this could be like the last straw on them.
The things we've been doing, bit out of resources, and our allies have been. And
Yeah. We're all running a little bit on empty, Dumisa.
I wouldn't have
Let's
called
just
for you
find-
if any other way. You're the only one I knew would call.
At that, the captain kind of looks in a different direction than where the boat is going. Kind of like, almost like really in the opposite direction. They like look out over the ocean and their eye squints as though they're looking for something like way, way, way beyond the horizon. And then their gaze kind of snaps back. I'm glad you called. This is the least I can do. I was starting to get worried when she wasn't talking to me. We'll find her. And then you all need to get back to your mission. Your missions. It's too important.
Is it? What's doing this to you?
And they look. Their head twitches. Nothing is doing this to me, Demisa. This is the world. Freebooter, get that rigging up. And they stride away from you.
Deflection. I see.
Say this can be a bunch of interconnected scenes that happen over, of course. This episode will be most of the journey till you get to the river of Lagos. So if there are things that you want to talk about, scenes that you want to have, now is the time. The
So
next
many,
few
but I
episodes-
just went.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me that deck work check for Grun. What skill should
Oh,
that
no.
be?
Is that a question for me?
I was like, what skill should that be?
I thought you were asking me, and I was like, I don't know, Aubrey, please don't make me do this.
Let's see. Let's say it's
Make it something terrible like athletics.
Yeah, it's going to be like an athletics because it's going to be like a workout.
Come on, fail. Unfortunately, I have that whatchamacallit, the untrained improvisation, so there's nothing I'm terrible at.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm still terrible anyway, though.
I mean, 21, it's not great, but for a 3-foot goblin wielding a mop that's probably twice her size, you're actually doing pretty well.
That's actually adorable.
It's all about like getting like good leverage. You have to like put your hands above your head.
Yeah.
It's all in the wrists.
Groon building muscle.
Get swole, get swole, get swole.
Join the club. Join the swole club.
This probably won't happen immediately, but I think on the 5th day of Groon actually doing pretty good, instead of being the full week, the captain will relieve her of her duties.
Immune to the puppy eyes.
Hey, immune to puppy eyes.
Go back to being kidnapped.
I can't. I'm also a broody father.
She collapses into a grateful pile of sweat.
And then also
Actually,
disappears.
what? Oh, yeah. I mean, fuck it. We're doing a roleplay scene now, Groon. Groon, you've changed.
It's been a trip. My hair's shorter now too.
I think it suits you.
We met Vasealed. It did not go well.
You worshipped Vasil, didn't you?
I was wrong.
It's not your fault. You've been lied to. So many people have been lied to. The gods don't care for us. The false gods, at least. It's not your fault that you were lied to, Groon. But now the journey you get to take, that's all yours.
I worry about Heavy. He raised me. I left him back at the temple. What city did I leave him in?
Heavy was in Cressa last you knew.
He was in Cressa. I haven't heard from him or talked to him.
Cressa. Have I heard any rumors about Cressa? Anything going on there?
Well, there was the whole. It was under a bit of a stasis spell for a while. But recently, the queen has returned and has seemed to have formed some sort of alliance with Vlagos, or at least the new regent of Vlagos, who was their high mage Talon. And
Not Talon.
Yeah, not Talon, but you don't know it's not Talon. And so, and as far as you know, everything is fine there, but yet again, it's more of a no one really has heard anything from anybody who's been to the city, but everybody says everything's fine in the city.
I see. You said that Heavy protected you, raised you?
He did. He taught me everything I know.
Well, someone as brave and strong as you to be raised by someone that taught you everything you know. Heavy seems like they are also brave and strong. He'll be okay, Grun.
What if Vasil finds out? I don't know if he's safe.
Safe. Are any of us safe, Grun? Nobody will be safe until the work is done. We care about those we love, we do. But you must fight for their safety now, or else they'll have none. Never.
I do my best. I learned some new tricks with fire. Do you want to see?
No, absolutely not.
Like
I'm off the deck once more.
Oh.
yeah. like looks really excited and then looks what's a good word? Pensive. And then goes and hops the deck one more time.
Once more, for all time's sake.
Once more with feeling.
Yeah. So yes, the next day after this, it's probably about the middle of the afternoon when whoever's out on deck will notice one, a bird lands on the ship. Two, this is not a seabird, and three, it looks very tired.
What kind of bird is it?
You
Do
would
I know what kind of bird it is?
it is
Are
a
we going to
raven.
recognize the bird?
It is a raven, and it lands and then kind of collapses, and then
But isn't wearing the plague doctor mask.
It's hard to tell because before you can really take in what's happening, there is another person on this boat, a very exhausted-looking man.
Do I know who that is?
Rin?
Yeah, this is the person who came and took Lila away. When you heard that this, he is now on your boat. He looks very tired. He's kind of just laying there and breathing heavily.
Did we last see him on top of the dinosaur?
Yeah, that was the last time you saw him.
Oh my god.
Does he
Ew.
seem otherwise healthy?
Yeah, he just seems very tired.
Did you kill that
I
dragon?
think the second that anyone, there is suddenly like first a bird, and then a person. It's like all hands, you know. This crew has been dealing with some fuck shit lately, so they're like really quick to respond. I think, and the captain is there with their like rapier like drawn and pointed at this person's under their chin, basically.
Yeah.
And they're there like immediately.
Yeah.
Who are you? State your business now.
He holds his hands up. He's got a sword by his side, but he's unarmed. And he kind of looks like Keanu Reeves in like the John Wick movies. Is the best way to describe him. He looks old, grizzled, but still like he could kick your ass. If he wasn't literally out of breath at this moment. And he just goes, I bring word from Astraea.
You've seen her?
Yes, I
Is
have.
she okay?
Yes, she's stuck inside of a castle, but she's physically all right.
Just physically?
There's a lot going on.
And who are you to give us such information? Why should I believe you at all?
Because she is my granddaughter.
Oh, Rin, the captain, Rin.
Hi. Some people
God.
call me the Mad King.
He's
The captain
not
just
the
gonna
worst.
cocks their head. You brought a god onto my ship.
No, he showed up of his own accord. We can't tell
Yeah,
him to go.
simply I bring a message from Astraea. And
You bring a message from Astraea, and yet you could do nothing to help her.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a whole problem with Talon has warded the castle very well. And honestly, if you don't have this very specific thing to get through the barrier, it hurts. And honestly, I'm not as powerful as I used to be. The whole kind of it's a long story. I don't really want to get into it right now. But yes, she's fine. I couldn't get to her simply. But she knows how to hopefully get rid of this barrier. But there is a couple other things. She learned something that's rather important.
Spit it out, or I'll throw you overboard.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
You should do it
But
anyway.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I probably need like to cool off. But Talon isn't Talon.
What does that mean?
The actual Talon honestly probably never met. He is cooped up in that skull that the other one carries around, and the one who actually lives in the body is a dragon. It's really hard to explain.
Aubrey, can I request that I am coming up to the deck at this
Oh.
point just to hear that fucking sentence and look at everyone like, the fuck?
Yep, you can come in the middle of that sentence. And she's working on a plan. Also, wait, this is just me quick checking out of character with you, Aki. Did you tell them Heron's still alive?
Yeah, I told them, give him my location, talk about Talon, mention that Heron's alive, mention that I'm working on the ward problem.
Yep.
And the barrier part hurts, yes.
Yep. And then it just goes, and also Heron is, I don't know how much you care about that, but that is another thing she told me.
Wait, but does that mean Talon is like Winston?
Yeah, actually, kind of, except he's separated from his body, so the skull he's in is technically not his own.
I think you're wrong.
Wait, Winston's skull was actually gold?
Said
Is
his
my
own.
skull gold?
No, Goon, they said his own, not gold.
We can build your skull after you die if you want, but you can't have it before then.
I do
Oh.
recall Winston's skull was gold, right?
No, but it was inlaid with a lot of gems.
It was bedazzled
okay.
with a bedazzled.
Yeah. It had gems where the eyes were, gems where the teeth were, and gems like sticking out of the head.
Can I approach Rin?
Yeah.
So, we just got into the discussion. Where is
She's in Vagos. She's in the capital, in the castle.
she? Okay.
I don't like being right about that.
Unfortunate. I overheard something about a ward.
Yes, it is an anti-magic ward that guards the keep. Only certain people can pass in and out of it. Some higher-ranking members of the military and some nobles. But other than that, everyone is either inside or outside.
Astraea told you that Heron is alive.
Yes.
Did she mention anything about Heron?
Would you have mentioned anything about Arat?
Probably. I know when we did it, it was a little rushed, but like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if
It's
you want
been
to say you
several days.
mentioned...
It's been several days. She's probably been like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Grandpa, there's also
Yeah.
this. Oh yeah, by the way, Grandpa, there's also
Yeah,
this.
Yeah,
You know, stuff like that."
yeah, just occasional, he just goes, someone by the name of Arat?
And
I mean, she's still alive and currently watching over Astraea and not
so not
possessed.
a prisoner.
She can't, as far as I can tell, she also cannot leave the castle.
Wait, how did you find her? Because everything we've done to try and contact and find her hasn't worked. How did you do it?
Literally went there.
How did you know to go there? Did you think about it or did you just guess?
Same reason we did, I would think.
I mean, honestly, it was a process of elimination. First, it went to Cressa, wasn't there. Then Vagos was there.
So, no wonder you're so exhausted around the entire map.
Yeah.
Do you have any more information about the castle? Anything about potential layouts, what the entrances are?
Oh, we've got that. Great.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
you have that. That Astraea is working on this ward problem. That all of it's buried somewhere deep within the castle. There are 4 of them, and hopefully she can get those down before you arrive.
Oh, also, I know this was asked, but I didn't hear an answer to it. Did you manage to kill the dragon, or at least wound it a lot?
Yes, very wounded, but definitely got away before. We were more concerned about making sure, trying to save as many lives as we can over killing the dragon. I also don't have an item on me to trap the dragon's soul in it once I was done, so I didn't really want to kill it.
Oh, you could have eaten it, right? That's what you kind of do.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that anymore.
I'm sorry, are you telling me that this false fucking god... And the captain just kind of trails off because they don't even know where to go with that. Like, it's all just so much, they're just going to trail off.
It's been a long, I don't know,
Yeah.
couple months, but I will tell you everything. I will.
Where did you take Lila?
Oh, Lila is currently at the World Tree with the rest of the True Gods. They're working up a plan.
With the rest of the what?
Why hasn't she come back?
She's well, one, we had to deal with the dragon, and she wanted to talk with the rest of the gods before before coming back.
Hold on.
Because
Rest of?
And the
yeah,
captain turns and fixes Marrow with this kind of puzzled look. Yeah. The Nightwalker.
That's Lila?
Oh, the Dreamwalker. I'm sorry. Fuck.
You're good.
Damn it.
You know what? No.
Very different thing.
I am going to look at the captain as if you shot my newborn child. And she'd be like, no, I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm going to go back under deck. I am not fucking dealing with this right now, and I'm going back under fucking deck.
What's a Nightwalker?
Oh, I that was just me messing up. It would I would have said Dreamwalker. I fucked
Yeah.
up. I would have said Dreamwalker. I would have done it right, but my mouth is coming. There's so much lore.
Yeah. No, you're good. If anything, I can always cut around it.
I'm out. I'm not
Godspeed
fucking
you,
dealing with this.
Aubrey.
Mhm. Yeah. And Rin is just like, honestly, it is a very long and complex story. But
Well, I have to deal with this I have to deal with this before we enact any more parts of the plans.
yeah.
Close to the next idol, but just tell them that I'm working on it.
Yeah. Everyone is kind of scrambling slightly to deal with this. Oh, God. And, like, he's sitting up and, like, you watch as he pulls this, what looks to be like a scroll out of, like, a pocket. And he sort of just, like, clasps it in his hand. And you watch as sort of like the magic flows out of it and into him, and it crumbles to dust. And he seems a little bit more energized after he's done that.
Good. Now that you have your energy back,
Yeah.
get off
Yeah.
my ship.
Yeah. He'll stand up and he'll look at Kratos and, sort of pull him into a quick hug and just being like, I know you'll get her. And trust me, we'll bring help. And then pulling back, he turns back into a bird.
And I think as he goes, the captain just kind of mutters under their breath, we don't need the help of false gods. Back to work, all of you.
Ileana's gonna give the captain just the tiniest little bit of a glare because she totally heard that muttering of those words.
They notice, but I don't think they don't glare back. They just speak their truth and keep on.
Well, the thing is that the captain doesn't know what we all know. So
Someone should fill in the captain, maybe. I don't
Speaking
know.
of, Captain, whenever you have a moment, I can kind of, as we know it.
Come to my quarters.
Aye.
And on the way, they kind of make a sidelong glance at where the porthole is to go under deck. What's wrong with Marrow?
They died.
They pop. The captain kind of stops walking, looks up. What?
Astraea City. Logosians, among others, they sort of killed Mero.
Oh, Ferris, I can't really hear what you're saying.
Ferris, you have to open your lights.
I turned away real fast because of the cat. Mero,
Oh, that's so much better.
when the city was under Astraea's city, among others, were attacking us.
Still quiet.
I'm muting my mic.
project, Ferris.
I
Project.
know. I picked the worst voice for projection. I really did. And Mero died. Was killed feet from me. So, twice.
The captain gives you this long look. And it's really hard to know what they're thinking with just one eye. And like a stone face. We'll talk about that later. Tell me what happened.
And I
What
will
is happening?
tell the captain literally everything that happened since we left them. Kind of glossing over the whole Talon second murdered my sister again by putting her in my head after she was already dead. It happens, but just glossing over it because it's really not important at this point. Just be like, oh, by the way, I'm possessed by a ghost of my dead sister. That's where the name Tesh came from. Anyway, Talon did it. It's fine. Moving on. And then mentioning Winston, it rose a little bit. Joanna, all of our other people we've met, the whole everything at Ecoset. I think she would even be like, oh yeah, and then my mom can beat the crap out of me and didn't say a word, and then she left again. And moving on. Just kind of sneaking them in there. And then the whole showdown with Kevin, and then getting to Naxos, and everything we learned about the gods, and everything we've learned about magic and the Fae, and then kind of going through the whole Astraea as a princess, and then she got coronated, and then she got kidnapped.
Yeah.
And then Mara died. And then Astraea turned to goo.
Oh, no. And finding out the truth about the gods.
Yeah. That definitely happened. Definitely, that would have been probably like start there and then be like, okay, wait, hang on, let me give you the whole timeline.
Mara's dad taking out 6 assassination attempts. Hello, bitches!
Yeah. Yep, being almost assassinated by by Joanne, which didn't end up killing Mara, which is hilarious. Some random dude got that honor. Joanne tries 6 times. Some random guy shows up. Oh, hi, I'm a hobgoblin. I'm here to kill you on accident.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's been a long month. 2 months, 3 months. I'm not sure how long it's been since we've seen the captain.
It's
Feels like a
it's,
year.
it's been a while. But it's probably all in because you did spend.
I know Ecoset was a month.
Ecoset was a month. Also, Naxos was a month. So it's probably about 4 months, all in all.
4 months.
Okay, can you confirm maybe Aubrey with me really quick that the gods the normal gods are like false gods, right?
Theoretically, yes, they have stolen their power. Their power comes through sacrifice of other people, rituals. They did that to banish the dragons, and then it was kind of it was the meme where it's like, oh yeah, now that that's done, we're gonna totally not do this anymore, right? Right?
The
Gods are continuing to do it while repeatedly stabbing Rin in the back.
But Rin is abstaining, I believe.
Yeah, he is no longer participating in things like that, but they've also kind of just stolen the majority. So he's a lot weaker than the rest.
So in other words, technically not a false god. That is why Eliana glared.
Yeah.
No, he's still.
I see.
Yeah,
He is
Still false.
He is still totally a false god, because if he and another false god can kind of shack the fuck up and make a true god, it still works that way. He's still a false god. He's still a part of that pantheon.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But
just like the best of them, maybe.
Yeah.
The thing is that in theory, though, is he's not acting as a god anymore. Though false god is technically the clarification. He's not acting as one anymore. That's what I meant.
There's a whole cult that you're in that other people are in, and they aren't aware of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, yes, people still revere.
They're all idiots.
People will revere him still as a god, but he does not act as a god. That kind of thing.
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Got it.
He's just a cool drunk grandpa.
Yeah. And then
There's
there's
the definition of a has-been.
Yeah, kind of.
You know that meme where that old white guy walks in and he goes, "Hello there, my fellow kids," or something like that?
Yeah.
That's him.
But yeah.
Yeah. How do you do, fellow kids?
Thank you.
I'm
Sorry, I DM'd you one more question. I DM'd you one more question, Aubrey, just so you know.
Yes, they do know about the true gods. They don't know who all the true gods are.
We know one more now.
They've just been given. They've been given the sort of the names like the Dreamwalker and
They know the Night Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Queen
You're
of,
the Night
yeah.
Queen.
They know Kyria, the Queen of the Night.
Whom I guess you can guess now is my mommy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. That was extremely helpful. There's so much lore. There's so much lore.
Literally, season 2 was oops all lore.
Yeah. We
Oops,
got it in
all
like
lore.
2 episodes too.
Yeah.
And there's
Okay,
more coming
okay, we're
in this
good.
season.
Oh,
Every time Rin shows up, it's just a really heavy lore drop.
Literally.
He's
Yeah, he
literally
brought the
like,
dragon news. Like,
Sorry.
all of us will process
Where
that
have we
later.
learned 90% of our lore? Rin. And Atropa. Literally.
I think the captain watches Demisa as she like tells everything. They like even those little bits that are like, oh, by the way, I'm possessed by my dead sister. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, I got beat up by my mom. Don't worry about it. They're just like super plain faced, like they just watch. And at the end, I think of the long story, they just kind of nod once. Thank you. I've been aware of some of this for some time now. At least a little bit of it. I've been working with the true gods. With Lila, specifically. She spent some time on the Green Lady once you all left. We've been working to open up the Feywilds again. It's the job of the captain of the ship.
I guess that's one of our jobs too. Obstacles in the way.
Plenty of obstacles. I've gathered 2 idols already. Was on my way to the 3rd when you called.
Sorry to have to distract you from that.
It's important, but some people are more important.
That's so gay. You hear over
back to
on the
being
wings.
kidnapped.
The bird flying by.
You hear it. You hear it. A ward went down. You hear it. Like.
I should go talk to Marrow.
I've been giving them a little space. I think I had asked. I didn't end up needing to. Somehow they came back dead. So I'm concerned.
Most resurrections are painful. Nothing in this world is free. Wouldn't you like to know? And the captain stands up and walks out of the room and heads down to below deck.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, I'm scared for my life.
Yeah, you better be. I got on this ship, but I chose violence.
I didn't have to do anything.
Oh no.
Well, I think if it's okay with you, Aki, I think on the way there, maybe the captain encounters Hava.
I mean, whatever you'd like. This dad is available 24/7, apparently.
Dilf energy. Anyway, what is Hava doing?
I really wish he was doing something else, but he's quite literally brooding in a corner. Probably enjoying a bit of the sea air, though. But if we're being realistic, he lives in a port city, so all the air there is sea air. So it's just he's getting as comfortable as he can.
And this is one of your dads, right?
Yeah, the adopted ones, the ones Astraea doesn't stop talking about.
And sorry, there's so much lore. Just to confirm, the home city burned down, right? That's why they're here.
No, they came to see Astraea be coronated.
I see.
And then she got kidnapped, and they're like, well, we gotta go get our daughter back.
Understood. Okay. In that case, I think the captain pause. They're like kind of striding toward to get underneath the ship, and they pause as they see Hava kind of like looking out on the waves. I wanted to thank you
For what? I haven't done anything yet.
I wanted to thank you for raising such a beautiful person. Astraea is the best of them. Hope for this world. All of them are. That comes from you, at least a little bit. And why she's her own star, I'm sure you've helped her shine. She would never stop talking about you.
You don't need to roll anything. He's going to squint a lot. And it's the best way to put it. He doesn't emote much as a person. That was kind of beaten out of him at a young age. So it's just genuine confusion. And he goes, "This is the third time someone has said that."
Have you ever considered they say it because it's true? Also, out of character, this is the dad from Vlogos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna gnome dad is probably doesn't do well with boats and is like asleep somewhere.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Look, I only taught my daughter how to survive, how to maybe skin a deer, and definitely where to beat a man into submission.
Yes,
That's
that
about
should-
it.
Perhaps not. Seems like she also got your fighting spirit.
That is alarming. I am very
should be.
concerned.
She's terrifying.
I am no longer concerned.
We'll need your help once we get closer to Vlogos. I'm sorry to have to ask it from you, but we will need it.
I am here for specifically that reason. Really only that reason. I don't like boats, definitely don't like Vlogos, and I definitely don't like any of you here on the ship, excluding my husband and my pseudo-son. And Serena, she's pretty cool too.
Thanks.
I don't know the rest of you. I have known you for 2 weeks. I heard thanks from across the room. I have very good ears.
Kratos somewhere on the deck, shirtless, helping out with just like boat things.
I can't
Look,
even.
Eliana is legit up on deck and like playing like a little lap harp and singing.
Honestly adorable.
If I'm
But
being
perhaps-
honest. Oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, if I'm being honest, I could probably have done this by myself. I found that one by myself. I found that one by myself. Well, actually, I fell into that one. But you're also keen on helping my daughter. So I am a little bit glad that she has made friends that are capable.
That sounds like the closest thing to a compliment that you could possibly give.
I don't know you like that. This is the most you will get.
That's fine with me. You don't have to know me. All you have to know is that I would do anything for your daughter.
He squints. Why?
Because she's all the hope that I have for this world.
All right, I'm an old gay man. Can I sense it?
It's pretty fucking obvious.
Captain be simping.
I
But I
cannot
think
tell.
they.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's okay. Maybe you end up staring at the captain as they start to walk away. Because after that, they kind of just incline their head and head back to below deck where they were heading before.
You're lucky you talk so well, or else I would have shot you. And that's it.
I
Back to
know.
brooding. Yeah, let's
I know. Trust me, this mouth has gotten me out of a lot of problems. They say kind of just under their breath. They head downstairs.
And I
Where
fear
the
for my
hell is
child.
Mero?
I feel like in their room, writing some paperwork. I feel like actually they would have probably grabbed Kratos at some point to interrogate him about the castle layout and everything like that. Like, hey, what goes here? What goes there?
Currently, Kratos is shirtless on deck, helping out with boat stuff.
In that case, they're going to be organizing the notes that they got from Kratos earlier,
Yep.
probably. Like, all right, so
Yeah.
this is what this is what that is, you know. Papers everywhere.
You hear a knock on the door, Have your room.
Who is it?
It's your captain speaking, Marrow.
What do you need?
I need to speak with you.
All right. I'm gonna go to the door. I'll open it. Good timing, actually. I've been sorting through the notes. Have you sailed down the Vlogos River before?
I prefer to keep to the open oceans.
That's unfortunate. So, if you haven't gone, do you know anyone that has any sort of, not terrain, but obstacles that could be in the way?
I said that I tend to keep to the open ocean. I could travel the Green Lady on any stretch of water in this entire world, Marrow.
Can you do it without being seen?
I am the finest captain of the finest pirate ship that has ever sailed. Yes, I can.
The wards drop a little bit. You are definitely fine. Let me back up.
Alright. Well, Aubrey, how long do you think this trip would take down the river, like into Vlogos territory? We need to restock it. Like, I'm just gonna go into this actually. Like, how long
Well, technically, you're heading upriver.
like, I'll ask, like, how long do you think it will take upriver? Will we need to stop for supplies in Vlogos? Will we be stocking outside of Vlogos? Because I'm not sure how.
The captain has, I think, a plan. I don't know the answer to those questions in character, but the captain definitely has a plan, probably to hit up a pirate port on the way into Vlogos to get the necessary supplies that they'd need to get into the city proper, or at least a pirate-friendly port.
Yeah, there are a couple of those near the coast. You can hit up and get all of those supplies.
All right, it sounds like we have a solid plan. Did you need me to help with anything up on deck?
Yes. Come spar with me.
What? All right, sure. Why?
Because you need to get out of your room.
All right, I suppose. I'll get up. Sort of organize the papers a little bit. Sit up. All right. Where's the? Or you want to go off on deck then?
Perhaps to the hold. You can feel the waves better when you get that far down. It's like you're almost underwater. Come, I'll show you.
All right, and I will follow.
The captain leads you down into the hold of the Green Lady, where it's dark, rank, smells bad, and it's not flooded at all. Why would it be? But the planking of the woods down here is like, you can see why it's called the Green Lady. Like, it's really, the paint is really strong down here, and it's mostly cargo, other supplies, etc. And it's true, in the hold of the ship, you can feel the way that it rocks like a lot more clearly. Even in like clear and calm waters, you could still feel like kind of every motion of the ship. And the captain takes just like a sixth sense to it. Their body moves in tune with the rhythm of the rocking of the ship. Like they have spent every waking moment of their life on this boat, which they have actually.
It smells
and as they get down
here.
there,
It does smell down here. This is probably the worst we could have picked for sparring action.
I can think of a few worse places. And they turn and they kind of they shrug off their captain's coat because we are thirsty hoes here. They drape it over like just a cargo box, and their hair again is just kind of like moving behind their face, and they like seem to try to tie it back more. And as they do, they don't remove their white gloves. And as they do, their face kind of twitches as they like try to pull their hair back. They rub the back of their neck. You're very focused, Marrow.
Of course, my friends.
You care about your friends deeply. You always have.
I always have, yes. I'm gonna raise my fists. Like, are you ready?
The captain nods, allowing you to make the first move, I think.
All right. Aubrey, important question. Because I'm going first in initiative, do I get my rogue bonuses?
I was just gonna have you, rather than actually do an actual combat, I was just gonna have you make opposed athletics checks.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh god damn! You really would. Can't wait to do minimum 20 piercing damage on fucking captain's fucking face.
I was like, hello? I don't have that many HP. I'm a fucking magic user.
That's the point.
I would like because that is running a combat is a thing. I was just gonna have you make a bunch of opposed athletics checks.
If
Waiting
I use...
for Marrow to roll a natural 1 and break their hand again?
Yeah, do it.
Aubrey, I have a question. If I use key points, can I have a bonus? Because I do have key rush. I do want to win this and get this over with.
No.
God damn it.
No heart emoji.
No, the wrong turn. Alright, so just opposed athletics?
Yep. You both roll
All
athletics, and it'll be best 2 out of 3.
I'm terrified. Dice, please don't let me down. The dice have already let me down. That's a 17 for the first roll. I rolled a fucking 2 on the dice.
I got a 19.
I hate this. There is no god in this house.
Let's,
Not on this boat.
Let's go again.
I think maybe what this is the way that the ship moves, right? Like the way, like the captain can just kind of like step out of the way and use the rocking of the boat and the ship to just get out of the way. And maybe before we make our next check, the captain kind of looks, because they're talking to Marrow through all of this. They look at Marrow again. You know, Marrow, people like us, people who care about other people, suffer, don't they? We know what it means to hurt.
Is this an inspirational speech or is this a combat encounter? Are we training or what?
You're very, very focused. Too focused, maybe. And the captain, steps right out of the way. Next check?
Alright, dice, please don't give me another 2.
Do it, dice. Do it, dice.
No, I got a 19. Plus 15 is like a 34.
I got a 24.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, can I just knock the captain flat on their ass? Just fully to the ground and just be like, you sure are talking a lot for someone that's supposed. Maybe you're the one that's getting rusty.
And I think as the captain hits the ground, like a bunch of sparks just kind of like fly off their body. They don't hit you or anything, but they do just, it's kind of like they're like a static something, and they just like discharge into the floor, and they wince, and kind of their one eye like closes, and they shake their head. Training, violence, pain, brutality. These things are very clear to me. Have you been training your mind? Have you been training your heart, Marrow? That's not good enough.
Well, I guess I'm not.
Should we make the third check?
Yeah.
Please roll that 20. See, I'm begging you.
I literally am also begging myself to roll a nat 20. Let's see what happens.
You have 0 points.
Rolled
You do.
really bad, so you don't have to
Okay.
do much.
Okay, hold on. I'm still trying to find where I am. Where am I?
I do want to use...
Roll.
I'm not going to use a hero point, actually, because I want C to win this.
What did you... Am I allowed to know what you got?
What did you get actually?
Fuck, yeah, you won. I rolled a 3 on the dice, so it's only an 18.
Oh, shit.
A 19 and a 3. The duality of tick, I guess.
Honestly, true. It works, though. The captain, really quick, I think, just flips themselves up right off the ground, and they like swing 1, 2, real fast, and maybe like catch you off guard. And if it's okay with you, I would love for them to grab the front of your shirt, and like pin you up against the wall.
Threatening, I like it.
Marrow, look at me. Look at me.
What do you want?
Dumisa told me that you died, Marrow, and you won't tell anyone what happened.
And this is your attempt to get information.
I'm not trying to get information out of you. Don't insult me. Marrow, holding it in only makes the pain grow faster, only makes the rage burn fiercer. It only makes the curse grow faster. You can't keep it in.
How do you know that I don't deserve this pain?
I don't.
Then maybe you should mind your own business.
And they shove you harder, right? They do not let you go here. Marrow, I don't know that you don't deserve pain, but I know that none of us live without it. I know what it feels like to burn from the inside out. You can't keep it in, and you don't deserve to suffocate on it. That much I know. You are good. You are brave. And if I can't believe in you, then I can't believe in anything.
Then maybe
Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Can I call for an intimidation check, actually?
Yeah.
Is this a... Because I'm, like, on the fence with the decision here. Make an intimidation check, see?
I do have some fucking advantages to that, my good bitch. Godspeed. Hold on, let me see. I have things. I have intimidating glare. I don't think that actually gives me anything.
It doesn't give you any
It
bonus.
means you can do it with a look.
Yeah, you can.
Means I can do it with a look. Okay, let me see here. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn how to do this because I've forgotten. Okay, intimidation. Let's roll it, baby.
Please roll high.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna use a hero point, eh?
You use a hero point.
Please.
Yeah, let me just use that hero point really quick if you don't mind. Oh my fucking god, that is rude. Do I have more hero points?
You do.
You could technically.
Do we give a hero point?
I mean, you all have 3 technically because it's the roll with the gas.
Oh my god. My will DC is a 26 as a frame of reference.
Okay, hold on. Can I use my IRL dice?
Yeah, go for
They
it.
roll better. I hate the dice roller.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, no, I
Most
hate
of us
dice
use
rollers
in real
too.
life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dice roller is just there.
Let me do this on my lucky dice here.
Yeah.
Captain busting every
Dice. Lucky dice.
Oh my good bitch. Hold on, let me do some math really quick.
You're gonna get a fucking emotional breakthrough right now.
What did you say? It was a 26?
It's the DC, yeah.
I got a 27.
Let's go!
Yes.
I rolled a 13.
Force that therapy down their throats.
Oh my god. I feel like for a brief second they do look scared. And they do look concerned. And they're just gonna glare at you and be like, just let me grieve in peace. This has nothing to do with you.
And the captain's face softens. Grief has everything to do with me, Marrow. You can't grieve alone. Please. And they let Marrow go really, just softly lower them to the ground.
I feel like, the boat's rocking. It takes a moment to find their feet again, but I should have done something. I was fine with staying dead. I didn't want to come back like this. I should have stopped it. I couldn't think.
Marrow, I know. I understand the logic of spirits. I understand the logic of the dead. You have to give a life in order to receive one. But whoever gave you this life that you have now, you must treasure that gift. You must. Because you are worth life. Your joy, your hope. That is what was saved. I would give 1,000 lifetimes for that, Marrow. I would.
Just want her back. I would.
And the captain just pulls Marrow in and lets them cry against their shirt.
If only. Why am I even here anymore? I just wanted to make her proud. I just wanted everything to be fine. I just wanted the adventure.
Marrow, fate has not been kind to us. Fate very rarely is kind to those it chooses. You're here because somebody loves you. That love is not gone. That love is what keeps you alive. It's what keeps me alive. This is what we live for. To keep the love inside of us alive. Some things start out small, but they grow. Sometimes they grow beyond us. Sometimes I wonder why I'm here. I know one day it doesn't matter. This is the lot we were given in life, Marrow. Grief. We must learn to wield it, to honor it, to let it guide us. We must honor those we love. They believed in us. So, we believe in ourselves to make them proud still.
I don't know if they have many words to say, but I think they are very much giving you a little hug back and crying a lot as a treat.
Yes, exactly what I wanted.
Fuck you, see.
Haha. Got him. The captain just will hold, we'll just hold Marrow for literally as long as they want, as they need.
It's gonna be a little while. Shut the fuck up, Aubrey. What you about everything?
She told me everything. Everything that she knew, at least. You all have been through a lot. Too much. The hands of the gods. And they say it with some disdain. These wicked games they play.
I thought he really loved me. At least I know in some sort of twisted sense that my mom did.
And I think it's then that the full puzzle piece clicks, you know?
Oh no.
Yes. She did. She still does.
I never got to show her anything. I never got to tell her about what I learned or many of these new adventures or just...
Mira, let me show you something. And the captain is going to go over to where there is a small pool of water. I think just kind of pooled in the general, bottom of the ship. It's, a little leaky. They lead Marrow very gently over to it, and they kind of kneel down on the water's edge, and they take off their glove. And you can see they had taken off their glove, I think, the last time that you were on the ship, but their fingertips, similar to the ends of their hair, are also charred a little bit. Singed almost permanently.
Oh my god, we have matching singed fingertips!
Oh my god, do we?
Yeah, Mara's hands got fucked up by one of the assassination attempts.
Yeah. Oh shit. I don't know if that's just what happens. That's what you see. And they skirt their fingers over this pool of water, and I am going to cast, or rather use one of my feats, Consult the Spirits, which enables me to perceive minor invisible spirits within a place, which would be, the ocean, this area. I'm not trying to ask them anything, or even do basically anything that this spell actually requires, other than calling this just a water spirit. I think that kind of maybe even the spirit of a fish, just something. and the bones, like these like hot, watery bones, just kind of like flit up and start to swim around the captain's hands. Love stays, Marrow. Spirits stay. She knows. She can see you. There are ghosts everywhere. Ghosts of love, memory. And they like put the fish kind of like just back into the water. She knows. She has not left you. She never will. Not as long as you stay alive with her love in your heart.
I feel like they are just kind of looking at pool, trying to find words and process everything you've done to them.
Haha. You don't have to say anything right now, Marrow. You don't. But know that you don't have to grieve alone. Your mother's love lingers within you, and the love of your friends surrounds you. It was never your fault. Never any of you. And then their hand kind of recedes from where they were casting the spell or the feat, almost like it hurts, and their fist kind of goes into a tight ball. And they clear their throat. You can come down here anytime you want. You can practice moving with the waves. You could be alone. You can call me down to fight me as much as you want. I will always come for you. All of you. Whenever you need me.
This has been... This... I just... A lot has happened. Death. You dropped the Dreamwalker lore in me out of left fucking field.
I'm sorry, I thought you would have known.
No, I didn't actually know that. It's kind of weird to learn that the forest lady that you helped bust out of a cabin is secretly your half sister from another. You know what? This is a fucking stroke that you've given me, and I this is like 3 trains of processing.
Take your time.
Actually, while I'm processing the first 2 things, I'm going to ask you some questions about the third thing, so I don't have to think about it. What do you know about her? Or you can tell.
Lila, we've been traveling together for a while. She showed up on the Green Lady not long after you all left it. We've been trying to open the Feywilds. Mm-hmm. She talks about you a lot.
Wait, what? Hold on. What?
She talks about you a lot. She seems to care for you.
Can you elaborate on that? This is genuinely new information to me.
Well, she's certainly looking out for you, even from afar. But perhaps it's not my place to tell.
Oh, I'm going to have a word with her.
I'll let her know.
But while we're here, and I'm just gonna look at, the captain's hand, the fact that it hurt, all the sparks, just kind of, what happened to you?
To me, they look kind of askance for a moment. I'm tired. Everything's been taking a lot out of me.
Everything?
The idols have not been easy to retrieve. The gods, well, they're the gods. Things have been hard.
It still feels like your mysteries. Your magic, it seems powerful, but also harmful.
Most things are. So is love.
I'm not letting you get out of an explanation that easily, Captain. You're not getting metaphorical on me. If I had to have an emotional break.
Is that how it works?
It is now.
They kind of pause. There are certain truths in this world, Marrow. I've come to terms with mine. I've done the best with what destiny has given me. I know what waits for me at the end. I accept it. But it hurts.
You are being intentionally incredibly cryptic.
You have a lot on your plate, Miro.
And now I do not want curiosity to be gnawing away.
Curiosity has kind teeth. Grief
No, it doesn't.
does not.
Captain, the curiosity does not have teeth. Curiosity got me 6 assassination attempts from my dad.
I shouldn't laugh, but you do make me smile.
Well,
We'll keep sparring. I will. If you can beat me, then I'll tell you.
bet. All right, let's do it.
But not tonight. Tonight, get some rest. And talk to Freebooter. They miss you.
Why does Freebooter miss me? That's the one that was
Wait, was
sipping-
it Devil Smile? Who did you sleep with?
Devil
I forgot.
smile. Devil smile.
Damn it.
Remember?
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me do that again. Let me try again. Damn it. And talk to Devil Smile. They miss you.
Right. I will. But don't
Good night,
think
Marrow.
Don't think you're getting out of this easily.
That's the Marrow I like to see. And they turn and head back up.
No, I want to do like 3 things.
But yes, we will deal with those in just a minute. I will say, Captain, when you outside of your quarters later, there's like at some point, I guess you either go to change or if you actually sleep, there'll be a bottle with a little note tape.
Oh. I pick it up and I read the note.
The note just says, "Thank you for what you did all of those years ago." Sorry.
The captain smiles, picks it up.
You have a bottle of Bravo's Brew.
Ooh.
Yep.
Will you
is
DM me
beer.
if that does anything fun?
It is a potion, but also a beer at the same time.
Thank God. That's how I like. That's how I like my brews.
Yep. It gives you bonuses to your will saves.
Oh fuck yeah!
Mhm.
Excellent.
But yes. Before we get to whatever Meryl wants to do, I think we've left Astraea waiting long enough.
Give us Astraea. Give us Astraea.
Yeah.
Give us Astraea. Give us Astraea.
Huh?
Where's the kidnapped triple princess?
Almost quadruple.
Almost quadruple. Remember my
Yep.
plans.
I do. So yes, Astraea, it is an afternoon at some point. It has been probably several days since you sent the messages to Rin and he left.
So, during said time, I have a small list of things. I don't need them to be RP'd, but I need them to be mentioned that I was totally doing them as I build my legacy as of the Princess of Lagos.
Oh, yes.
The number one thing that I have been getting people to do, specifically cooks and bakers, is I've been trying to make them make donuts. Because I found out, like Vlagos doesn't have this. Well, now my legacy has begun. And we're making donuts. I'm helping them make donuts. We're going with the easiest ones, and stuff, and then we're moving it up a notch. And then I make Ara try the best ones because I know I don't think she's had any actually. So it's time for her to fucking have some.
I think you forced her to eat one when you were as Veronique Crescent.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
We made
On
a
the
lot
double
of
date?
people. Did I make her? No, we ran away from her on that.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I juked her, and then I stole
Yeah.
a prince. And speaking of that stolen prince, once we get the donuts made and they're like good, and the cooks and the bakers have got it down, I will start sneaking donuts to Heron because they're presents, and hopefully he feels a little bit better being the emo goth prince that he is now, stuck in the gross thing. And I also I did at some point sneak some booze, and I snuck a jacket for him because it's quite chilly. And I've done
before
those
he
things.
puts the jacket on, he would actually ask you to take the metal out of his arm.
Oh, yes, I will do that. Do I
And-
have to make rolls for that, or are we
Just
good?
it's not going to be an incredibly high check. It's literally just none of them look like they're gonna bleed when you take them out, but it's not like you're gonna have to make stitches or anything because
I'm letting you.
this is
I'm
his
let-
weird shadow arm. So
Yeah, it's the
it'll be a
weird.
medicine check.
Okay, I'm letting you know right now. I have to use a hero point because I don't think a 2 on the dice is gonna suffice.
Sure.
And this is a much better roll. And you said medicine.
Yeah.
25.
25. Yeah, no, like I said, it is literally just you take the shards of his old sword out of his arm. And as you do, the blood is all like black ichor.
Oh,
And
that's not
honestly,
supposed to do that. That's
no,
not
it's
supposed.
not.
That's not natural. That doesn't.
And you sort of watch, like you wrap it up, and then every couple of days, but like you check, and then it's hard to tell with the weird manifested shadow arm that he has. But eventually you're pretty sure that it's like they never existed. But also you will have now shards of a magical sword.
I'm keeping that. I will
Yeah.
probably keep that hidden away somewhere. That's
Mhm.
also for my plans now. But
Yeah.
we will put them. We will think about them on a later date.
Mhm.
Other things I've definitely done to Heron besides those things. I will definitely mention the Tale of Two Talons, and the ward stuff, and be like, hey, if you say anything, you say something, you say something.
He will also give you some pointers on where the best places are. Probably that Talon might have put those.
And then the last thing I have definitely done or attempted to do is I'm obviously just going to be trying to find the wards and where they are.
Yeah. Give me a perception check for that. See if you can find any.
I'm going to use another hero point because it looks like when the captain's here, the Domisudais no longer fucking like me. So they've never done this before. I feel fucking attacked.
They know where your true
Busy
loyalties
being
lie.
gay somewhere else right now. Sorry.
Yeah, look at that. All right, it's fine. I have purple dice. 1 second. Because I'm not using the Astraea dice. I used up all their luck last night.
Yeah.
In which I rolled 3d6s and I got 6 on all 3 of them. So I was able to blink out of the fucking universe.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, make sure you guys catch our Lancer mini called Nowhere. This is much better. Did you say perception?
Yes.
29.
29. You found one of them. It is unfortunately it's actually in there's like some places underground where they keep food stores, especially so during the winter because it's going to be very cold down there. They'll keep fine. It is actually carved in and there's like filled in with like silver on the wall. You have found one of them.
Okay, well, on now because I found one of them, I have a couple questions. One, how easily broken do they look? And two,
Not
if
very
they
easily broken.
Okay, yeah, and then two, if they're broken, does it like alert Talon?
You're also not sure on that part. More likely than not, you think they might, or he at least might keep an eye on them, check them out occasionally.
Gross. Okay, well, I'll definitely note the location and then figure out something later as I look for the rest.
Yeah.
And then eventually, when he is busy doing King Regent stuff, I am going up to his tower to totally fuck with some stuff.
You hear specifically that Queen Lunor has arrived to talk over some war plans.
Yes, I love the Queen of Cressa.
Yeah.
My 4th kingdom to be, but let's go.
Yeah.
That is later stuff. We go to the tower.
Yeah. The whole also you may have learned that she is very intent on trying to find her child again.
Gross. Not gonna happen. No. That's fine.
Because she can sacrifice Serena and
I get it. She's hungry. She's dying. Like amazing.
I was mostly saying that for C's benefit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Thank you. I was like, what's going on?
My bad. Yeah, Queen of Cressa's here. She's a dragon. She's totally here to make a snack out of Serena. Not in the best way.
Does that make the Queen of Crescent the reverse of a Midas?
Yeah, but why are you saying that
Yeah.
like that? Why'd you say it like that was a pun joke? That's exactly how you said it. I was like, do you want that? Like,
I want validation for my memes.
Yes. So you go up to Talon's.
yes.
Mhm.
I have the spell still.
And you do know that it requires a like summoning circle, but it probably
You can
been
make
pretty.
one, right?
Yeah. As you learned earlier, that like it has to be made like out of iron and like not necessarily like iron bars or anything, but there has to be iron in it. It's just the way that the magic works. But
Mhm.
it did say that
But-
you could add like
yeah.
iron filings to paint the circle. and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
worked that way.
I was gonna say if well, assuming
Rather than use blood.
talent. Yeah, I don't want to use blood. I don't know what the fuck's gonna come out of that. My blood is way better than any of the bitches in here for a reason. For like for 3 reasons. Technically, 2 of those reasons made the 3rd reason, but we're not gonna. Yeah, actually, maybe we should for C's benefit. C, do you know?
You know what? At this point, just go for it. I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay, cool. Just in case, and this ain't spoilers either. So footnotes. Rin at some point in time made a bad decision like usual, and then got with Dimple, the goddess of the hunt, but also a false god, and together they made my mom, Kyria, who's a true god, and so theoretically, triple god blood. Theoretically, technically 1, but at the same time 3. We cannot disprove this because there's more kids. So like yeah, ba-bam bam. That's your footnotes, including the ba-bam bum.
Got it. In the notes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And and
Queen of Cressa, ancient silver dragon.
Yeah. There is that too. Yes. But yeah, no, not gonna do that. Theoretically, though, mostly because I'm under assumption Talon's still a wizard. Talon it has a wizard tower. Wizard towers should hopefully have several items just lying about, like Kamaji's boiler room type of vibe. You know, just to help with, because wizards need components most of the time. So hopefully I can find some iron in this bitch.
Yeah, it's not hard to find iron things.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna use his stuff. Is what I'm saying to make anything else. Because if not, then I definitely would have looked and found things. I kind of have the paper.
He has so much stuff in there.
Yeah. And does besides a circle, does it require anything else specifically?
Not particularly. Well, like you need like a little focus item. But I imagine and it just sort of it is like an item of like value. But there are crystals and things like that among his things. So I imagine you could maybe use one of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I have things of value, but I don't have anything. I don't have my cool shit. My cool shit is unfortunately locked away in his closet.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a nice pink crystal on one of the tables.
Amazing. I take that because it's definitely 100% for me at this point.
Yep.
If you said pink, I have to.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I actually wrote a little summoning incantation. So if we're good to go and I don't need to do anything else, I'm gonna start doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Astraea, looking at the stuff and realizing that she probably ripped out the part that she needed for the incantation, decides to make up one on the fly as she kind of pours her magic into it and just goes, I know not your name or what you wish to be. I only know the remnants of pain and ancient history. I am legions away from allies, with enemies abound. I seek the voice of wisdom, where only the cosmos may be found. I can offer you nothing, for I don't have much to give, but a part of my soul, so that you may have the chance to truly live. And in return, I ask for support, which others wish to seize. So that way we may have the opportunity to bring them to their knees. And I hit the red button, even though there is no red button. But like theoretically, I do the summon.
You just focus all of your energy through the circle, through the crystal, and give me a quick Arcana check.
I swear to fuck these dice. They don't fail me
Good.
because
Uh,
these dice aren't gay for anyone.
but yes.
You said Arcana, right?
Yep.
25.
25. So you're doing this. You're saying these words, and as you do, like the circle itself starts to light up. And maybe there's like a bit of like wind that comes from nowhere that is sort of whipping around this lab. The crystal glows a bright, bright pink, and you watch as this void almost is ripped open before you, and honestly, it literally looks like something is chucked through, or I should say, someone is chucked through. Uh, it's hard to tell at first. It's small-ish. It's not incredibly big. And you maybe for a moment could mistake it as a crystal, until it unfurls wings, and it sort of hits you into the chest, and sort
Well,
of like
fucking
causing
ow.
you to fall back a little bit.
Well, ow. Do I take damage?
No,
Okay,
you have
thank
the wind knocked out of you a little bit,
Okay.
because you're not expecting it. But yes, you're laying on your back, and this thing is on your chest, and you watch as it starts to. It definitely is. It definitely is a creature of some kind. It's got wings. You see a tail, and it's sort of stretching its claws. And then its head comes up and looks at you, and yeah, it is most definitely a dragon of some kind. And it just goes, "Hello."
Firstly, you at some point you went E, and I thought my immediately went, it's gonna eat me, but then you said something else, so I swallowed my water really hard, and it hit like right in like the
Mhm.
chest area, and then you
Uh-huh.
did that noise, and I don't know, man. There's a liquid on my tablet, but I could wipe that. um, I think I blink a lot. I blink a
Hmm.
lot. Um, how big is this dragon?
I would say it's small. You could easily probably walk around with this thing on your shoulder.
Oh, that's cute.
Uh, but it looks like it's young. It will probably get a lot bigger.
Um, um,
What's
hello.
what is your name?
Of um, it, Astraea. Yeah.
You can call me Rosalite.
Aha. Oh, okay. Where'd you come from?
It was really big. It was really like cold. A lot of lights, very, very far away.
Aha. Um, are so like are you like a real dragon?
And as they like sort of, they get up. They're still like on your chest right now, but they like get up and they like try to like act regal. They like sort of like pose slightly and just like, yes, I am a dragon. I am so incredibly terrifying. You're terrified, right?
Yeah, little bit. You've thrown me for a literal loop. I was not on the floor before.
Ah, yes. I'm so intimidating.
Very intimidating.
And as you're having this conversation, you hear the door open, and you just hear a voice of Talon, just being like, "What on earth is going on in here?"
My immediate thought is, how am I gonna hide this dragon? But I'm pretty sure I'm still floored, quite literally.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna look. Just wait for him and look. Also, what does my
Uh,
dragon look like? I don't think we.
um, you know that pink crystal that you had earlier?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but bigger. Like their scales seem to be made out of the same crystal, like same kind of stuff as the crystal, and like where their shoulders are, maybe it's a little bit more jagged. It's like a lot of crystals and a lot of dragon.
Nice. So yeah, I'm sitting on the floor with a whole baby dragon on my titties, and I'm just gonna wait for Dad to show up.
And he does, and he just looks at you, looks at the dragon, and then he just goes, I can't believe that spell actually worked.
I told you the crystals were totally straightforward.
I believe we'll leave that scene for now. But yes, we'll jump back to the people on the boat. Tick, you said there were a couple of things you wanted to do?
Yes. Oh, hold on, let me switch tabs because Foundry likes my Discord push to talk. Okay, first I have like 3 things I need to do real quick. First off, where's Dumisa?
If it's a different, I guess it's been a while because you were down there for a while, so I'm sure she would have left the captain's office.
I'll hunt her down, not with a knife.
Snoop. No, I won't snoop. I'll just give it a good.
I don't know. You can snoop if you want.
I just want to look at it. I just want to look at it a little bit. Can I look at it real fast? Can I roll a perception check on the office real fast? Just
Snoop.
Yeah. I use my sea dice. Sea as in like ocean, but also sea, I guess, because it rolled really good. Hang on, it rolled really good. It's gonna be a 32. So I guess my dice have become gay finally.
Yep. So I mean, I'll see what might they find in the captain's office.
With a 32, my God. Yeah, I mean the captain's office / quarters. It has their bed in it, which kind of like, generally speaking, the whole quarters is just full of stuff. Like very Howl's bedroom from Howl's Moving Castle, a little bit less cluttered and cramped. But there's like a huge desk that has tons and tons and tons of maps all over it of the world, of like fictional worlds, of like worlds you've never seen before, like maps, islands, charting courses, like just splayed out everywhere, like several empty inkwells. Like notes in this like horrible handwriting. The captain has horrible handwriting. Like it's not even that your check was bad, it's just that they write like shit. And there's just like a ton of that on their bookshelf. And there's another desk in here that's like closer to like a book nook kind of, where there are like tons of books just like piled up. And I think with a 32, you maybe flip one open and realize that it's actually like a romance novel. But it has like a different cover on it. It's like kind of like a trashy romance novel. Yeah. Like put that away maybe. And there are like a few correspondences, a few like notes, mapping, charting courses, like things just scrawled in margins, like idle 3 ? Like things about the Feywild, Atropa, Lila, like about the world tree as well, like a map that doesn't really make sense, but it's like it's denoted WT next to it. And I think the final thing that you find, I think like tucked kind of underneath a bunch of maps and a bunch of scrolls and a bunch of books, is one book that looks very, very, very well worn. And it's a book about hags.
I think that Denisa will just take the portrait that she drew for Theseus's reference, because Theseus isn't getting married.
Oh my God.
And just kind of tuck it into the very end of that romance novel.
Shaking my head. How dare you?
And then we'll leave the quarters. So Mero can I don't know, come yell at her, I guess.
Sin while Demisa's snooping. Oh, are we snooping now? Bet.
No, we're not snooping.
Yes.
One's okay.
Yes, can I? Where's Dumisa vibing at?
She's, I don't know, on deck. She's just on deck.
I'm
Staring out to sea. Someone, she's
dramatically-
got to get a little bit of brooding in. I know she's overshadowed here, but she's got to get a little bit of her brooding in. She's got competition. She has to put in effort even if she loses.
No. Yeah, I just kind of want to go up to her and just kind of start looking at chill beside her, looking out.
Does Mara look like they're crying?
Extensively? Yes, absolutely.
Then she will just shift a little bit so their arms are touching.
I'm sorry, I've been, worrying. I think. Was I worrying you? I think I was worrying.
More than a little.
I'm sorry about that. The captain kind of beat me up under the boat and interrogated me. And
sorry, I kind of sent them.
And I guess I kind of did need it a little bit. If it's okay with you, can I have a hug? I'm going to give Dumisa a very big hug back. And I'm not letting go, by the way. You're stuck like this for a little while.
Oh no, you have grapple.
You've been grappled and you're stuck like this for now.
A trap.
It's a lot of things happened. It's nice to know that you have friends. I'm gonna look at her to there for you. So thank you.
We're processing. We've had a lot to process. It's gonna happen again, okay?
Don't. You know what?
Make sure.
No, Dumisa. This was quite literally not your fault. You were doing everything you could. It's just, if anyone's to blame, it's the Fate Weaver, and I feel like she's gonna have some choice words with my hands when we meet. That's a joke. That is a joke. I'm not gonna beat up a god. I don't know. It'll be fun. No, I'm not gonna beat up a true god at the moment.
I don't know. She seems to be having good fun with us. Maybe we should.
Yeah, it quite literally seemed like a bad stroke. Everything was under control until it wasn't, and there's nothing that any of us could have done. I mean, if anything, I could have done something different. I could have been more.
I'm gonna do everything I can do.
I appreciate it, but if you do anything that risks your life, I am throwing you off of this boat.
Everyone wants to throw me off this boat. No one's stopping.
Can I roll athletics?
No, wait, you're oh crap, I'm grappled.
But I'm also 7 feet tall. Come on, I'm 7 feet tall. They can't even lift me.
All my hero points and a plus 15 to athletics. Aubrey,
If you weren't traveling at sea.
Oh, we're on the edge of the boat. I can throw Dumisa off the boat and then call for help.
Yeah, the ship is. It's like there's a decent amount of wind. The ship is going fast.
I'll never catch up. You'll never see me again. I have to swim back to Vlagos. Are you kidding me?
I was just gonna sigh and be like, I'll throw you off the boat when the water's stiller. Like, you can see by their face they were doing the calculations of if it's safe to throw you off a boat right now, and the answer was, unfortunately not. But they will later.
I'm heavy. I'm really heavy.
Okay, sit down. I'm gonna give it a try.
No, don't throw me off the boat.
Try lifting you.
I don't trust you. Hang on. No.
Can I try to lift Dumisa?
You can try. For me, I'll let you, but I'm not the DM.
Give me an athletics check.
I have so many hero points left, so I'm gonna use it if I need to.
On this.
Oh fuck! I got a 19 plus 15. That's a 34.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you're able to at least like wrap your arms around and pick them up, but they are so much taller than you that it's really hard to actually like really do anything. You get them like 3 inches off the ground, and you're like, I'm gonna fall over if I do any more.
Okay, I'm actually really impressed. I have not been picked up since I was like 6 years old. This is wild.
Congratulations, you've been picked up again. How the tables have turned, Dumisa.
Evidently, I have.
Also,
I'm so much taller now. I should grow more.
Wait, okay. There is one thing that I do, like that I can talk about. I can't believe it was fucking Lila.
Yeah.
Lila.
That's weird to me because I kind of belatedly realized she was maybe hitting on me, and I was a little wrapped up in my crap.
Oh my
to
gosh,
notice.
that's uncomfortable. Actually,
I know, God, on me. Why?
I mean,
I only mess with one, and that's more than enough. Maybe two, because I forgot to tell her the message back.
I mean, I'm gonna gesture off to Beast and be like, I mean, I can see why, but also it's awkward.
Thank you, but also like a god, why?
Yeah, the one thing that you don't.
Apparently. Anyway,
Are
you? I'm sure you're not okay, but are you better?
I think I'm going in the right direction. You
You
know,
have to be.
resurrection does come at a price, and the one that was paid for mine was something that I wish never was.
I didn't think it went. Well, it wasn't the way we tried, so I was concerned. In a complicated manner. The complication was, the god of death.
It was not him.
I'm a little relieved it wasn't, but I'm sorry it was still.
A little part of me still wishes that he curbs not my soul before what happened. That type of thinking isn't going to get me anywhere.
I'm tired of watching friends die, so.
Oh god, that's right. It was a barbarian with an axe too. Oh no.
Hobgoblin also. It was a little traumatic to be completely honest.
Yeah, they look kind of like you, except not a lesbian.
That was the only difference.
The only difference is not a lesbian. Well, they could have been actually, but we didn't know. But
No. You wards drop again for a minute. You hear from across like the sea and in a fucking country. It's like I bet that person didn't even know what a lesbian was. Continue.
The token straight of Cyrene.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I managed to lift you and have this talk, but I do have a few things that I need to. If we do, of course, staring broodly out over the sea, apparently.
I mean, listen, I'm going home. I gotta psych myself up a little for that.
Are you doing? I mean, that's again a dumb question. Of course you're not, but just remember that you're going back on your terms with the people who've wronged you. At least take relief in that.
Kind of. I mean, it's still Talon's fault.
It is, but he's not
dragging Talon's fault.
He's not dragging you back in chains to go sit in like a jail cell or something. It'd be sad.
No, he just did that to Heron.
Yeah, he just did that to Heron.
Fuck you.
Not for me, but anyway. It doesn't matter. We're going. No matter how I feel about it.
It does, I think. It matters how people feel.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
I will let you brood over this need to, but if you also need to talk, I am always right here. I'm gonna give her a pat as I finally release the hug.
I will give you a fist bump and then say...
Oh, we know it's not gonna be just one more.
One. You get one more for dying. One more for dying. That's it. Go away. Shoot. Go. Shoot.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, Tick. What do you need to do?
Sorry. Okay. Second thing, really quickly, I do want to send another prayer to the Dreamwalker, aka who I now know it is, and it's just basically going to be like, hey, so the captain doxed you. Sorry about that. You can turn into a dinosaur. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Just wanted to let you know. Yeah. Bye. That's it for that message.
Spoiler alert, it's not a good day, it's not a good week, and it's not really been a great month either.
Yeah, well, I hope your month gets better, okay? I cannot solve any of the problems at the exact moment, so I'm just going to give my optimistic wishes. I don't think either of us are having a good fucking month, Lila.
That was just me, out of character.
Very fair. And the third thing is I do want to bug Devil Smile, because the captain told me about it, because I feel bad now.
Yeah, I'd say you could spend some time with them.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything specific. We're running out of time, but talk, flirt, maybe bang. Yeah. If she's down, I don't know.
Talk, flirt, bang, maybe not in that order.
Yeah, who knows?
But yes, that is who knows? They probably are. They will be.
Bet.
You know. So, does anyone have anything in particular they want to do before I move on?
I
One last
have
thing.
one more
Okay.
scene,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. I think, well, maybe 1.5. I think there is some like light apology from the captain to Ileana, and some like thanks given to her for her good work around the ship. But otherwise, I think if it's okay with you, Aubrey.
Rude or Ileana? Because Ileana hasn't doing shit.
You said that she was singing, and that does count as help.
Yeah, that's morale boosting, and
Yeah, that counts as help.
Okay.
The OG singer is also not here. Somebody has to fucking do it. We're
Yeah.
on a ship.
There must be song at all times.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's okay with you, Aubrey, I think this is on a stormy night. Where like very stormy, very choppy waters and waves. And the captain, as they do whenever this happens, is the person kind of like helming the ship. Because technically I can see through water, wind, and waves perfectly. So the captain is the person who guides the ship through all storms and storminess. And I think it's pretty late at night, and they've just kind of been out as the storm like kind of rolls through across the ship, but they guide it through.
Mm-hmm.
And really, really kind of late. I don't know if Dumisa is still awake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's not sleeping.
Uh-huh.
She's not been sleeping good for a week. Or for, at least a couple weeks. Basically, since Nexus.
I think as the storm passes, the captain will come down, like as it's like now just like a light rain, I think. The captain will come down to the room that Dumisa has taken up residence in and knock on the door.
And she'll open it.
Come with me.
Good morning to you, too.
It's not morning yet.
Bless. Good. I'll go.
The captain will lead Dumisa all the way back up onto deck. And they're same as it has been, but it seems like with the advent of the storm kind of washing through, that they're like super, their hair is like just like moving behind them. Like it has a life of its own, and just like the air around them is really thick with static. And they bring you all the way up to the top of deck where it's still like raining lightly. And I think that Two Leg, who is the normal steerer of the ship, I suppose, is still...
Find hilarious, because he's a dwarf.
Yeah, he's like, he stands on 2 stacked up boxes just to see over the wheel, because it's made for the captain. Anyway, since he's there, and the captain takes Dumisa all the way to the prow of the ship without saying anything. And they kind of stand at the edge there, and they turn around. Dumisa, a lot has changed for you. We're heading back to a place you ran away from. Are you ready for that?
Have to be.
And the captain studies her very closely. You have to be. But are you?
I don't know if I'll know till I get there.
No. But there's something you should see before we get there. And the captain is going to cast, let me see, excuse me, is going to cast Air Bubble on Dumisa and is going to grab the front of her shirt, and they're just going to tip over backwards off the edge of the boat and drag her down with them. Or at least I'm going to try to.
Ooh.
Do you allow this to happen, Dumisa?
I think she's too startled to stop it.
Good to know.
This is a game.
It was very close proximity to captain. She's only human, okay?
Gay. Then you fall. We both fall down into the water. And I have some pretty insane swimming stats. And I also have a thing that lets me breathe under. I can hold my breath for 25 times as long as usual. And I also can hold my breath longer than usual for a
Which
different thing.
Technically, for usual is, I think it's what, 10 plus your con mod times 25.
Wow.
So you're good. You don't have to breathe for a while.
Great, because we're swimming down. The captain moves their hand from like Demisa's shirt front once they hit the water, and they just like slide, like they just like glide into the water. They're like down, and the like hair kind of comes undone as they're under the water and under the waves, and it's dark, and the water is still really choppy, and it's probably super disorientating. But the captain just like grabs Demisa's wrist, and it shocks her, I think, just like, but you don't do any damage from it, but it does like shock all the way through you, but they keep holding on, and they are swimming down and down and down and down and down and down.
Hangs on and swims as well as she can. I mean, she can swim. I don't think she's the world's greatest swimmer, but she's a swimmer. And the whole time, like, thinking, I think the captain's brought me down here to kill me, but okay.
You're just
At least
fine
it's
with
the
that.
captain. If anyone's going to kill me, it might as well be the captain. Fair enough. This is my punishment for losing Astraea and getting Marrow killed. Cool.
So you think. The captain drags you down and down and down until... I mean, who knows how deep the ocean is? I'm just making a scene here. Don't fight me on this. Until the bottom appears. And it's like they kind of like are still swimming, you know, because you can't really stand on the bottom of the ocean. But they move with like this grace in the water, that they kind of are strong and imposing and clear and focused on deck. But when they're in the water, they cut through it like a fucking mermaid. You know, they just like are nimble and graceful, and they kind of swim around Dumisa for a moment. And then I will be using, I don't know if I can talk down here. I didn't think this through totally. But I do have message, so I'll be using message at least a little bit.
Yeah.
You hear the captain's voice in your head. They don't have an air bubble around their face, and their single like blue eye that they can see is like bright, and it looks like water under the water. Like it moves, and there are like bubbles in it almost. And they say, I have always seen the storm in you. I have never been afraid of you. Because I know the storm in me, and I have died 100 times learning to love it. It's not your fault, Demisa. All of this is not your fault. And they smile in the water and kind of like kick back a little bit, you know? And they shake their head, and like the hair goes around them. I am sure. I know this much. You don't always have to keep fighting. Look around you. Look at how beautiful it is at the bottom of everything. Look at how beautiful it is.
My rock bottom.
This is your rock bottom, Demisa. This is the bottom. But you know what? You can only swim up. When you're ready, when you look around and see how beautiful it is, when you see how beautiful it is to feel everything. Everything. The sea washes away who you were. Swim, Dumisa. Keep swimming. And you'll find that you emerge from the water as someone new. Yourself. It doesn't matter how long it takes. But you must swim. No. Down here at the bottom of everything. Are we alone? And the captain reaches down into the sand, I think, and just pulls up these two pearls that were created by like the wind and the pressure and like the swirling darkness around them. And they hold one out to Demisa.
Moment to just sort of look around the bottom and see all the intricacies in the sand and the coral, and then the captain, and their hair and their shining eye, and then you shine pretty well in the dark too.
It's taken a lot. But my ship is not a place for runaways. You choose to grow here. There's no hiding. Down here, you're stripped bare.
I guess I'm finally running to something.
Good. Now swim.
I think she crouches down for a moment, or swims down, I guess. Sinks. She's all muscle, so I'm sure she sinks on her own quite well. And just sort of puts her hands in the, sand, gravel, whatever's down there. And just sort of, digs a hole almost. And she's, she's in her sleeping, whatever. She's like in her PJs. She doesn't have any of her stuff around her. But she'll just sort of put her thumb in the hole for a moment and then cover it up and then push off the bottom and start swimming. Whatever the captain's doing, whatever, she's swimming. She's going up into the dark. I don't even think she can see anymore.
The captain stays for, I think, a moment more. Just to give you a head start, because they could fucking swim circles around you.
Oh, yeah.
Just so much. And I think once Tesh breaks through the surface again, it's a few more moments before the captain does as well.
Ocean's pretty dang wet.
Demisa. And their face gets really serious for a minute. When I die, I want you to become the next captain of this ship.
Oh.
The captain kind of smiles. Because you can take it.
I guess it's gotta go.
It does. Don't worry. I don't plan on leaving you anytime soon, but...
What kind of princess is it?
They look toward the back of the ship, I think, which is pretty far away. Well, let's go save her. And the captain fucking beats your ass. They swim so fucking fast. It's actually kind of dumb.
Oh, yeah. You were back in the boat. The Denise is it's still getting further away from me, actually.
And I think they eventually
drop the tow line. Send a porpoise.
I think they eventually have to end up casting water walk on you, you poor bastard.
Just okay, my run speed is a lot faster than my swim speed. Oh, thank heavens, I'm still wearing the fast bracelet. Okay, now I'm running. First time using that sucker.
Yep. You get back aboard and dry yourself off. And time for one more scene. We shall have one more with Astraea. It's actually probably the same day you summon the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
One of the servants eventually comes. You're studying or doing whatever, or just learning about this dragon.
Yeah, no, I'm learning about this dragon starting with their pronouns. I'm like, do you know what pronouns are? Actually, I don't know how small this dragon is.
They're like slightly bigger than Briarsting. They're
Alarming.
cat-sized.
Adorable, but alarming.
Yep. And you learn that it's a they're a she-they. But in the middle of this, one of the servants arrives. She just goes, His Highness has requested you join him for dinner.
Oh, that's a first. Okay. I'm going to bring my dragon.
Oh, that should be no.
Yeah.
There,
I'm
there
just
will be
gonna.
a few
Oh,
people joining you as well.
oh. Who?
There's Queen Maeve
Ill. Yeah.
and someone from Ecroset. I believe he said his name was Tyrion.
I see. This is Vlogos. Is there like a knife on the wall or something?
Get his ass!
Yeah.
So I have the dragon in one arm, carrying it very nicely. And then I go get that sword or fire poker or something else with my other arm. And they just go, okay, I'm ready. Take me to the rooms.
Okay. It's just like fear. But yes. You head down into the Great Hall. And you walk in. It appears to maybe it's only the four of you, but there has been a nice feast set. You see Talon and Maeve off in a corner, discussing something, and Tyrion currently has his feet up on the table.
I cast telekinetic maneuver to shoot him out of his chair. And technically this would be tripping him. I guess. But I want to fucking yeet him.
Yeah, roll that versus his athletics DC. I will also make him flat-footed because he's sitting down and not aware of this is gonna happen.
Using this hero point is 100% worth it. I've used all my hero points now because all the dice have chosen violence. Yep. Okay, that's much fucking better. Double checking. My spell attack is very high, and I just want to double check to make sure. As I thought, 35.
35? Yeah, you're able to successfully.
Holding a baby dragon. I'm holding a fire poker. I just whip the fire poker around like I'm a conductor, like, of an orchestra, and I yeet him.
Yep. There's a loud clatter as you yeet him from the chair, and he's sort of tossed across the room, sort of comes to rest near, the feet of suit armor, and this goes, what the fuck?
You are my least favorite fucking person that I need to see in this room right now. How dare you invite him? Oh my god!
You see Talon. He leaves Maeve where she is and comes over to stand next to you, and he's just like, "Oh, I know this. Call it a gift." He snaps his fingers, and you feel the pulse of magic. And so you hear, after this, Talon snaps his fingers. You hear sort of a muffled scream. It's cut off very quickly from Tyrion, but you watch as you look over, and it looks almost like he's on fire from the inside. And
It's gonna shield Rosalite's eyes. just do that. Oh shit.
Mhm. And you just watch and he screams again, screams several more times as whatever it is boils the blood inside of his veins. And
I think I'm
eventually,
stunned for a bit. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I think I'm stunned for a solid while. And the only thing I really can do is reflexively cover Rosalite's eyes.
Yep.
And
And-
ears. Dragons have
yeah.
ears.
Yep. And eventually Tyrion falls to the ground, dead. And the banquet hall is not filled with the best smell. And Talon smiles and he just goes, "My gift to you. He was useless after I learned everything, so it was only a matter of time before I disposed of him."
Learned what?
Oh, learned about everything you did. Learned who you gave the false tarot deck to. That's interesting. And he eventually did lead to you. He doppelgangers hear many wonderful things, and the one you killed was not the only one he had, but the only one he technically doesn't have any anymore. And I mean, I was going to let him be Lord of Ecreset after it was rebuilt, but then I read your diary and you all of the horrible things you said about him, and then I decided, I need to prove I love my daughter. I am going to kill the man she hates.
Oh, this is me laughing, not Astraea.
Yep.
Oh. Oh. Oh, you lowered them just as good as Rin sometimes. Okay. Thanks. I mean, I hate him. I really hated him. But that was very quick. And the smell is not good. That is not a good smell.
Oh, I'll have the servants open the windows out.
Yes, please.
But yes, the food is getting cold. Come.
Okay. Okay.
I want to hear you. So I want to hear more about this Rosalite. And I hope you've a little bit more, and maybe we can figure out how to make this spell work for our advantage. And he starts to head over to the table.
I follow.
Yep. And yeah, you see Queen Maeve in the corner. She's got a glass of wine and is sipping it and gives you a smile.
I flip her off. I'm normal again.
Yeah.
I flip her off.
Yeah. It's going to be a very awkward dinner.
So awkward.
And that is where we shall leave it for the night.
Holy shit!
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Kevin's finally dead.
Hey, we got him. We
Got
got him.
him, and you didn't have to break character to do it. All I
Yep,
could do
Talon
was
took care of
be.
that for you.
Yep.
Talon took care of it.
What a good dad he is.
Motherfucker.
Not
you could've-
Dad. Yeah, good.
You could have just bought me a pony. I would have been so happy.
But yes, while we do the sign out, C, do you want to plug your stuff one more time?
Oh my gosh, yes, thank you so much for having me on yet again. I will be on for the next 2 episodes. If you don't know, if you don't know, my name is C. I use they, them pronouns. I am a dancer, digital artist, tabletop streamer. You can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet at PieSharpArt on basically all social media platforms. You can also find me streaming on Saturdays at Transplanar RPG, which is an all transgender person of color led 100% homebrew D&D 5th edition actual play live stream. We are on Arc 4 doing some fuck shit ourselves, so tune in for that. It's very gay. I am also going to be on Friends Who Rolled Dice's Invisible Sun this November, probably around the time that this airs. That will be going up. who knows? So check that out if you are interested in some very spooky, very tragically romantic Vizsla. And with that, I will pass it to whoever goes next for introductions.
Can I do the outro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass it over to you.
Okay, I do the outros now. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for listening to this very special episode. See, as you know, absolutely knocked it out of the park. I'm still feeling emotions. Thank you for coming. If you like what you do here, if you like what you do here, feel free to follow our Twitter at Goblets and Gays. Listen to us on various anchors and other podcast streaming sites, and drop us a review if you like what we do here, because we appreciate reviews and crave constant validation at all times.
It also helps. It also puts us on the charts, so more people can find us.
Exactly. We also do have a Patreon, as Aubrey mentioned, so if you want to support us, feel free to pop over there and leave some money for us. Thank you so much. Remember the most important lesson: eat your vegetables, and sometimes your friends being all shit, beat them up in the basement of a boat.
Yeah, see everybody next week.
Yeah, fuck
Bye.
you, Craig.
Be
Craig,
gone,
fuck
Craig.
Passengers, remain calm and please stay in your seats. We are experiencing pirate activity.
Oh, there's just something
Remain
happening.
calm and please stay
What?
in your seats.
Them.
Oh no.
At the outer edges of space, where union is but a whisper, humanity scrapes together a living amongst the stars. This is the story of 4 Lancers, talented pilots of mechanized chassis from all corners of the known universe, thrown together by circumstance and destiny, and credits. Follow Matcha.
Oh, were we supposed to know each other beforehand? I mean, we're all gonna die, but I'm glad you figured that out now.
Moxie.
Well, I have absolutely no idea what you necessarily need me to do here, but if it's kill a bitch or fix a bitch, I can do both very well. You're worth 1 week of no chores, and you know what? I really need that week.
Roadkill.
I'll take in the front, those 2 are taking the back. One of them's going through the booty hole, and let's go. I kind of need your help.
Fuck you, fuck you.
And Silver.
Here's like a little bit of money. Please go away. The ghost of your mistakes.
Led by me, Reed, your game master, through the Lancer system, a mud and laser style anime mecha RPG. I hope they brought some printers with them, because this is Bring Your Own Mech, an actual play Lancer podcast, and batteries are not included. Catch our first episode starting on July 29th, wherever you catch your podcasts, and then every other Thursday. Follow my heading, and I'll see you there.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.